Um, Thanks everyone, and good afternoon. I mean, it's good to be in your midst today at least. First of all, I'll start with telling you guys a story before I then deep dive into what we're going into, right? I think it's okay for you guys to sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So, before I go into the presentation, and introduce myself, I like to pick out stories from occurrence, like what happens. And I feel like what happened to me this morning, right, might be a lesson to each and every one of us. So what happened? I came rushing for this training, right? I forgot to come with my umbrella. And I got here because the weather wasn't looking like it was going to rain from where I was coming from. But I got to the island and then I just got here literally and it started raining. Guess what happened to me? The rain stained my suit. Not stained my suit, wet my suit, right? And the lesson for me was that sometimes you need to prepare for the unforeseen because that's what life throws at you, right? I didn't plan. In as much as I'm experienced, I know how life is. I didn't plan. And again, it also shows you that as human, right, there are times we make mistakes and we need to learn. So the lessons for me is I need to go and get an umbrella in my car, right? So in life, what's that lesson for you? Are you planning for the unforeseen circumstances, right? Are you planning for, after this training, the majority of us will go fully into the world, go fully into different industries, right? Are we literally planning for the unforeseen? We're very excited now saying, after this training, I'll get my first gig, I'll get my first job. But what if? What alternative do you want to put in place to ensure that you don't derail or you don't lose that confidence in yourself? So the point here is always plan for the unforeseen circumstances. Always, whenever you want to take a step or do anything, always look at what might go wrong. And I think about that even when I'm working, what might go wrong. Because the truth is, as much as you think that everything will go right, something would go wrong. So have you planned for what would go wrong? So I'm going to move to the first part of this, my slide, which is, I don't know if the slide is showing. I sent okay, while we're waiting for the slide to come up, I think another question I'd like to ask is, do we have a class captain?
Yes, sir.
Who is the class captain? Okay, nice. So you know why I asked again? One other thing I've also noticed, is whenever so did they vote for you or you selected yourself? How did you become the captain? So why did you guys vote for him? He's your guy.
The people that voted for him.
Why did you vote for him? No, you speak out now, confidence, bro. Capable.
His presence.
Persuasive. His presence. He carries what? His charisma. He's active. Good. So what you guys just mentioned now, he's a fine boy. That was every day. But what you guys just mentioned is the traits of a leadership and why people will typically think you are capable when you are somewhere. Right? Someone said it's charisma, it's active. So whenever you even start working on a project, when they put you somewhere, what will make people think about you as an immediate leader is how you carry yourself, how you take initiatives, how active you are. Not how fine you are, Sha, but you have to possess these things. So again, what I'm trying to say is some of us have that leadership trait in us, but we're just maybe scared or not confident enough to do that. So learn those leadership traits, know what your personality, your strengths and your weaknesses are, and then always aim to be leaders, because guess what, that's what's going to make you rise to the top real fast, even without saying too much. People see the work you are doing, people see your charisma and everything, and they're able to say, look, this guy is a leader, right? So yeah, product discovery, that's the topic, but before that, I would like to tell you guys a story about gold, right? And I'm starting with this because I don't want you to dive into the learnings. I want you to dive into why you are here, And I want you to also think deeply into how you are a gold, right? And how you need to refine yourself. So please, next slide. So he goes, so he says, when gold is first discovered, right, it doesn't look valuable. Yet, even in the rough material, in one of the most valuable materials in the world, right? And what happens to gold? Before you like put on a gold, or before you even see a gold that is refined, right? It is discovered. It's discovered. And what BoyCode Africa has done is they've discovered you guys out of a pool of, 1,000 applicants, right? So what they're typically doing right now is that's the first stage, right, of gold mining. Like they discovered the gold. Then the second phase is the gold is crushed before it's refined. Waking up early in the morning, getting you guys to do very uncomfortable things, stressing yourself. That's the process of, a gold being refined, right? To you, it's not, to you, you're like, not again. I just slept for 2 hours. But they're literally refining you, right? Because guess what? You want to work in tech, Abby. You want to work in tech. You will not see sleep. I'm not joking. Especially you that are going into engineering. And I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this to prepare you, right? He passes through fire to remove impurities. It's still part of the training. Like they are drilling you, right? And what the impurities are, like your weaknesses, the bad habits, the things that will derail you, right? Those are the impurities. So they're passing you through that phase, right? To remove those impurities and identify those impurities. Then the next is the impurities rise to surface and are removed. I already sort of like spoke about that. Then the more you find the gold, the higher the purity and the value. So what they are saying is the more you build yourself, like the first step is for BoyCode Africa to like tell you what to do, train you. Then there's also a step where you need to refine yourself. And what will set all of you apart, right, is the extra efforts, the extra refinements you put into it. Mr. A can say, okay, I'm done with BoyCode Africa, let me start coding, let me just go out there. Mr. B is saying, I have learned this part, I want to learn more, right? So that's the point of refinement. Then gold never refines itself. If you are not discovered, right, there's no way you would identify those talents that are hidden, So what are the key takeaways here? The next slide, please. The first is your current skill level got you in the door. Your willingness to learn will determine how far you go. Like, you guys are here already, right? Like, look, I've been into like camps like this where we've had people who, if I look back, they are not doing as well as some people. And that's the honest truth. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. But the question is, which of that category do you want to become? Do you want to become those that would actually achieve and they're like, no, this guy is the founder of this now. This guy is working in Facebook or Google, Growth often begins when comfort ends. And that is what we are going through right now, like 1 week, a bootcamp where you are not comfortable. You can't be comfortable, right? Pressure does not create character, it reveals strength. Like, the more pressure you face, the more you see how far you can go in terms of being pushed. The more you identify your limits and the extent at which you can also go further, right? Then, the most successful professionals are not those with weakness, but those willing to work on them. We are all not perfect. I'm also not perfect, right? But one thing I also do is I try to reevaluate my weaknesses, right? It could be different ways. It could be through asking your friends, guy, like, what do you think is that thing that I should change? Ask your managers, your mentors, right? They help you refine those skill sets. Your market value grows in proportion to your professional development. Like, learning the basics is one phase, but evolving, especially in the tech space, is another phase. Like, for instance, the trend in the tech space right now is, fine, you know how to code, you know product management, you know cybersecurity. Do you know how to embed artificial intelligence in your work? Even if you go for interviews now, they will tell you, okay, tell me how you've used AI to improve your work. I'd rather select someone that has implemented an AI workflow than someone that knows, like, that's what sets them apart. So you need to keep improving, right? Progressive improvements. Fast learners often become fast leaders. So you need to be able to learn fast, even in a fast pace. So the key takeaway here is, no fears, no fire, because it knows that fire is not its end, right? It's part of its transformation. In the same way, embrace the process, trust the journey, and allow every challenge to refine you into the profession you are destined to become. So I'm saying this because, like, I connect with everyone here, right? I wasn't a Nepo baby to start with. I had to, you know, start things on my own. Before I got into university, I mean, I didn't get into university, like, I tried my first jam, but I didn't get into university. I went into, like, learning how to use computer, configure computer for people, do internet, whatever, right? And that was what I did, and I became popular in my area, like, people knew me for that. And that prompted my interest in computer science. I didn't come from somewhere where you have someone to refer you and say, go on, don't worry, you're gonna meet this uncle, we'll give you a job. So I understood. But one thing was sure, right? I knew I was a gold that needed to be refined. So I started learning, reached out to mentors, right? Started picking up skill sets, even in university, and I knew things that my mates didn't know at the time. So fast forward to today, right? Next slide. I've you know, I work beyond Nigeria right now, right? Again, this is just one guy that grew up in First Town, who wasn't a Nepo baby, who didn't really have, you know, my parents had not even traveled abroad, you know, and stuff like that. So I was part of those selected across the world, not just Africa, right? In one of the Monitoring 20 is a program for fintech professionals globally, and I was part of those selected globally. This is me, you know, discussing with someone on the stage. This is also one of the delegates. And thank you. So I'm sharing this because it should be a motivation to someone. Like, don't let your background limit you. Don't let, look, I've seen people did not do well in class, but they had a particular skill set that, you know, it made them stand out from everybody, right? An example was, I'm not going to mention the guy, but he's popular in the industry today as well. He was struggling in uni. But when he finished, the company he was working for was my dream company, right? But then, people in school are like, okay, why are you having carry over? Why are you doing this? Again, I'm not saying don't study and don't pass. But my point is, sometimes, the truth is, some of us are able to, like, perform better outside the educational system. And the question is, are you able to leverage on that? Remember I started speaking about having backup. I know Sabi book. What to be my backup? Okay, I must do this to be able to thrive in this other space, right? So now let's move into, I think there's no need talking about me again, but sorry, go on. I mean, I have over 8 years experience, you know, managing products and projects across different industries. Currently, thank you. Currently, I've worked with over 500 banks across Africa, right? Delivering solutions, helping them build solutions. I've also worked with, like, consulted for firms in the US, in different industries, entertainment, logistics, payments, name it. I also manage a team of about 13 product and project managers, right? So in terms of, like, management skill and everything, that's why I started with leadership, because it's very important and it helps me grow fast in my career. Like, in my 4th year into the industry, I already became a team lead, right? Managing people that were literally in the industry before me. So I'm just starting with this motivation because, you know, in a world where you're already thinking about yourselves, thinking about, oh, would I be able to achieve this? Why am I even here? What's the purpose? Am I wasting my time? Trust me, if you go head on and face this thing, right, I can assure you that with the mentors you have, with the BoyCode Africa channel that you also have, I feel like, I mean, the sky is just the beginning. So yeah, let's move into the real agenda of the day. enough with the aspire to perspire or aspire to Maguire, right? Yeah, so today, I was just discussing with, someone upstairs, and he was telling me about how you guys have a capstone project to work on a particular product idea. And the truth is that some of us have this inborn founder in us. Some of us might want to start up a product, work in a product organization, understand how our role plays into building a product, right? So today's session is focused on what is product management, what are the roles, how do I build a product, how do I even know if this product I want to build makes sense, right? How do I validate ideas, and how do I use artificial intelligence in products? So please, next slide. So today, like, every app you use today, right, are literally products. Instagram, sorry, let me ask like 3 people. What's your favorite application, right? Yeah. What's your name? Sorry. Fenomi. What's your favorite application? Oh, Fikayomi. Okay. What's your favorite app? X. That's Twitter, Elon Musk. Let me ask the lead. YouTube. Nice. Who else? Claude. That's my guy, right? Chop knuckle. Who else? Canva. Nice. So yeah, you love designing, right? Nice. You should try Claude Design. Yeah. Who else wants to go? Snapchat. This guy likes privacy. Claude. Cisco. Networking. Are you into networking? Nice. Telegram. How old are you? Yeah, because Telegram is like something that would be like my mom, because I don't really use that app, man. Instagram. Say again? After Effects. So I into designing. Okay, nice. I can tell those that are more, they're like, throw WhatsApp away and everything, like ban WhatsApp and everything today. I know what to face, these 2 guys. But yeah, people literally built that product and thought about the idea, right? If I ask you, for instance, why do you like After Effects? You have a love for what? Editing. Canva for designing. Telegram. It's faster than WhatsApp. Who else wants to answer why they like their product? Privacy. I said it. How about you? Expansion in details. Good. How about you?
Instagram. It exposed me to a lot of things, even like outside Nigeria and abroad.
Exactly. Good. So when you wanted to answer? Cloud storage. It can be anything. Good. So, like, you can see everybody answered the question, right? And they had a specific reason why they like the products. And the way product works is, you don't just also think about your own perspective about the products. You need to be sure people like it, and there's a problem that product is solving for. There are sometimes that you might think about, I want the product to be able to do this, and the truth is that is just your own problem. People want, like, people don't want, like, that's the list of their problem. They want something else. So you don't build product based on gut feeling. Yeah. So what is product management, right? Product management is the practice of deciding what gets built for whom and why. So when you are building a product, you are like, you need to think about, who am I building for? Why am I building for them? What is the why for my products? Like, and again, like I said, and I do tell anybody I train on product management, you are not building for yourself alone. And we'll get into the processes to actually like go about thinking about if your idea makes sense or if you are just very excited, right? Next slide. So, good product sits in the intersection of desirability. Do people actually want it? Like, do people want it or just me that wants it? You know? Because at the end of the day, when you ship it, how will you make money if it's just you that wants it? Right? There is the viability. Is it going to bring money for me? So I'll give you an example, right? I was consulting for a startup founder and he was very excited about the idea. I want to build this product because it's going to do this, it's going to do this. Yeah, the problem statement was good. You know what the problem was? He didn't know how to like, how does it work for the business? How are you going to make money? Are you doing it for pro bono? Like, why exactly are you building that product? So it's very important that when you are thinking about an idea, you are thinking about how to monetize it, how to make money from it. So in your capstone project, if I'm reviewing it, I would ask you, okay, nice idea, how are you going to make money from it? Because at the end of the day, like, you're not in the business of building, like, who is going to pay for the infrastructure, the resource that will build it? The business needs to pay for that, right? Next slide. So what are the roles in a product team? Oh, next slide, please. You have a product manager, the UI UX designer. Oh, let me just drop this slide. It's getting heavy. The UI UX. So what does the product manager do? It's like, I like to call them the CEO of the product. They're the ones that will determine what do I want to build, who do I want to build for, how do I want to build it, which regions do I want to go. They are the ones that determine that, and they like synergize the entire team together. So synonymous to our class captain, they get everyone together, right? The UI UX designer, our guy is here in front, the Mr. Canva and the Mr. You said Gravity what? After Effects, yeah. Like, they're the ones that will say, okay, look, this is the idea you have, this is how we should build it, this is how fine it should look, this is the color we should use, this is how the logo should be, this is how this button should look, right? That's what the UI UX designer does. They're basically designing what the product should look like. Then software engineers, these are like the engines. Like, without them, like, the products would just be an idea. But I mean, unfortunately, Cloud is already doing some of their work, but he can't do it all because, yeah, you can vibe code, but if you don't understand the technicalities, you will build beans, right? So, like, you can't remove the work of a software engineer. So they're the ones that write the code, and we have like front-end and back-end engineers. We have mobile engineers, right? Android, iOS, and whatnot. Next slide. So data analysts, these are the guys that work with the product managers, right? And they play in different spaces. There's a space where you are analyzing the research from, they call it user research or discovery. Like, okay, we sent questionnaires to people about this problem. What was their response? How do we analyze data we've gotten to see if this product is viable, right? And once the product is ready, they're also analyzing how many users do we have. Are they dropping off at any point? Are people downloading the app? Are people using the app? Where are they using it from? Are they male or female? So basically understand demographics and using data to know how to expand your product. The testers, these guys, I like to call them the police. Like, they're the ones that keep everybody on it. Like, okay, we built beans, so like, we call it beans. I don't know, are you guys familiar? Like, okay, we've cooked beans now, like, what's going on here? Exactly, you know, so like, they're the ones that keep us honest, and they test the app to be sure that, you know, everything is working the way it's documented to work, right? Product marketing, do we have any marketing training here? We don't. Okay, so the marketing guys are the guys that will be like, okay, how do we push this thing to the market? How do we broadcast this app? Where do we, you know, advertise? Exactly, thank you. Where do we advertise the app? How do we handle growth? You know, and things like that. Next slide, please. Yeah, so what is the product management life cycle? And what this is these are like the steps to follow when building your product. So please, whoever is the team lead of a particular squad, right? You need to ensure you are following this process. Like, don't jump to design. Don't jump for saying, guys, man, let's build an app that can make people. I'm trying to think of one very, very bad idea. Walk to space. And let's build an idea that, like an app that can, maybe someone is stuck somewhere, like you can deliver an umbrella to him so that his suit does not get wet. You know, like, you need to be able to discover, right? So it passes through the discovery stage, the define stage, and I think in the other slide I broke them down, right? Passes through the discovery stage, the define stage. So discovery phase is where you are saying, okay, fine, where do I want to, like, which area do I want to solve a problem? You can say payments. you can say logistics, you can say education, you can say communication, social media. So you need to understand your niche, like which industry or space do I want to play in. Then you understand who are the people that typically are in this space, right? What is the problem they are having? So you now come up with research questionnaires. You can share with your friend and say, okay, we're trying to do a research on this particular problem. People find it very difficult to, so let me use Uber as a use case. So imagine I say, okay, fine, I want to solve a problem in transportation. I'm going to use InDrive. I want to solve a problem in transportation. Okay, fine. Who are the people that typically have this problem? Number one, so we divide them into personas. They call them personas, right? Number one, Mr. Tolu, who doesn't have a car and is trying to come to the BoyCode location. He doesn't want to go to enter down floor or go to a taxi park. He wants a car to come to him when he wants the car to come to him. Right? And okay, what else do he want? He wants you to negotiate the ride. That's the problem I have. Right? Then maybe another person is like, oh, Mr. B is an old woman who cannot walk to a car park. She wants a car to come to her as well. Right? And that one is, I'm a Nepo baby. I don't want to be entering bus. I just want a car to be coming to me. So the problem is, there are no solutions for people to actually like request for a ride or get to where they want to get to without leaving their house. Think about, like, you guys are pretty young, but back then, we would go to a taxi park. The taxi park can be maybe like 2 buses away from your house, or maybe 1 bus. So imagine the stress there before Uber, where I have to go to a taxi park first, negotiate with Baba Wande, and like, Oga, how far? They give any price that comes to mind. So that's also a problem. We're unable to regulate. I want to be able to negotiate my price. Like, why is the guy giving me price for? He doesn't even know the calculation in terms of miles. So I've been able to identify different people. I've been able to discuss with them. Tolu gave me his own pain points. The other guy gave me his own pain points. I documented. Those things are opportunities, right? Then I'm now defining. So what do I need to do to solve this problem? Oh, I need to have an app that can allow people to request ride from their house. The ride should come to their house. They should be able to price it. They should be able to track their ride, right? Those are the opportunities that are from that problem that I've identified. Then I define it in that space. Then I design, which is, okay, now it's time to design it. What should it look like? User should be able to request for a ride. Driver should be able to accept the ride. User should be able to pay. User should be able to track their ride, see when driver is coming. That is the entire workflow. So it's not like, I want to solve this problem. You just jump into design. No. Then you build. This is where you've now documented, you build, you test, and you launch. Next slide. So yeah, what actually happens in each stage? Again, just so you guys can have a look. Discovery phase is to understand the problem and validate it's worth solving for. There's one part I missed during discovery. When you are also discovering that before you start building, there's something, it might be complicated to mention that now, but let me just say it in passing so that you can just write it down and read about it. There's something called target operating markets, and there's something called serviceable addressable markets, and serviceable obtainable markets. You know it's good. So basically what that means is that, so TAM, targetable addressable market, total addressable markets, right? Then SAM, serviceable addressable markets. Then SOM, serviceable obtainable markets, right? So what that means is, if I want to build a product, I need to be able to know how many people need this product. Like, imagine building a product for a problem in space that only maybe out of a population of 10 million, only 500,000 needs it. Like, how will you scale? So total addressable market is the total number of people that literally exist or have that problem. For instance, in the payment space, your total addressable market is equal to total number of older population beyond 18. It's a safe number to use because, you know, anybody beyond 18 would want to make payments. So I can just as well take the population of Nigerians that are above 18 and use it as my total addressable market. Then the obtainable market is like, okay, I'm a startup, right? Let me use Uber again. Uber has taken, out of a population of 1 million people, they've taken 500K, remain 500K. InDrive has taken maybe 200K, remain 300K. It means that for a start, my obtainable market is maybe 300K or 200K. So that you are not over ambitious. You cannot on day one outshine those guys, right? So you have to know people to target. Then you're now saying, okay, fine, this is my product. How do I want to charge for it? Uber can say, I want to charge every driver, for instance, 10% from every ride. Childbeck will say, I want to charge you a service fee of maybe 5%. And there are different pricing models, and that's not the class for that. There's the one where you are saying it's subscription based, you subscribe monthly. There's one where you are saying you are paying, right? I mean, X is saying that they want to start, paying now. Instagram has, payment option for, if you want the blue tick, for businesses, for ads. That's how they want to make money. And let me digress a little bit. Some products, when they go to market at first, right, they seem free, but they are not free. And like, have you guys seen this social media dilemma? Have you seen it? I think you should go and watch it. Those people are addicted to Instagram. You see things differently. You've seen it, right? Yeah, social media. Yeah, exactly. So what it says is that if an app is free, you are the product. Let me explain Instagram to you. Instagram said Instagram is free to everybody. And again, like, I want you guys to think about, for those interested in UI UX products, it goes into your product thinking. Instagram has said, I need to be able to sell to businesses, sell blue tick, sell all that stuff. But how am I able to sell that if they don't see the value? Okay, let's create a platform where people will be posting followers. So now, 1,000 or millions of people are on Instagram already for free. And if those businesses that, look, I have 50 million or 50 billion people on Instagram today. Come and pay for Instagram business. I'll give you access to 50 billion people. So that's why I say we are the products. They've sold you guys to the businesses. That's the best way to say it. So Instagram now makes money from ads, subscription, and guess what? They don't even care if people even engage with it. The only is that I've shown you to people, whether you sell it, whether they click on it, I know say, give me my money. So that's talking about how to think about how do you want to price the products. Subscription based, commission based, one-off payment based, depending on how you want to do. So you guys should also think about that when you think about your product. So it helps you properly pitch to your guys. Then define how am I going to build it, what is the product requirements. That's where you start writing your PRD. There's something called PRD in product management, right? Your product requirement documents where you state how the application should work. Who are the users of the application? Then that is what you give to your designer, who will then use the PRD to design what it will look like. and thankfully, like, AI is really solving this these days. So, like, boom, you have your PRD out. I mean, I didn't come with my dongle. I'll show you guys how to typically just validate ideas in a world where you are trying to, like I said, discovery, problem statements. You want to validate, okay, is this a problem? You can use like Claude to sort of like validate that real quick. Next slide. I think I already told you guys about build, test, learn and iterate. So I feel like I've been talking about my slide all through. I'm just very excited about talking about this thing. Next slide, please. So yeah, just glancing through it so you guys at least can take notes. So it's the work you do before building. Find out if the idea is worth it or worth pursuing, and learn enough to build the right thing, right? So the questions to ask: are we building the right thing? Is it cheap and fast to undo? Right? Then in the delivery, they are saying, are we building it right? Discovery is, are we building the right thing? Then when you're in delivery, you're like, okay, this thing we want to do, are we building it the right way, the way we've documented it? Right? Next slide, please. So what are the key steps I already mentioned? Spot the problem. So start with the problem and not the solution. Like, what is the problem? Even in your questionnaire, you can ask them, okay, If this is the problem you're having, what do you think will solve it for you? You go, maybe the app should be able to do this, should be able to do that. Think about it this way already. Imagine there was a time where people were using Uber. People were like, Uber is too expensive, surge is too high. There was a problem for users. I couldn't determine how much I want to pay for a ride. Then InDrive noticed that gap and said, let's bring a feature that allows people price. That was from a problem that was identified. And in product management, we call problems opportunities. So InDrive saw it as an opportunity and they scale. Guess what? Like today, if you try and use Uber, try and use InDrive, you will see a driver on InDrive before you see on Uber. Because they've been able to spot that opportunity within the space, leverage on that to actually outshine the competitors. Talk to people who have the problem. So identify people who have problems in that specific space that you've chosen. Come up with a questionnaire. Again, Claude can help you with a questionnaire. Just tell Claude, hey Claude, you are my user research engineer. I'm trying to solve a problem in education space. If you have maybe adult education, I'm trying to solve a problem in adult education, right? Help me create a questionnaire to validate this problem, right? It creates a questionnaire, share it with your friends or people within that space. They give you a response, analyze it, or tell Claude to analyze it and see if it's worth solving for. Claude will also tell you the areas that you are missing, right? You have a question? And please, if you have a question, just signal so that I'm not just talking. If you are confused, just let me know when I'm being too technical. Okay.
Suppose you already have everything for the product and yes, you are good to go, you are ready to launch it, people actually love it, they are ready to accept it. But then, the particular, the type of economy, the kind of economy you are, you don't support it. We have different kind of economy. Like we have the capitalists, and we also have the one that usually accommodate socialists. The capitalist is the one that everybody can actually do this business. Why the socialists?
Yeah, limited.
It's restricted to only some particular set of people. So what if you now have this kind of idea of with the whole sole aim of generating profits, because without profits,
your business will not move. Yes, good.
But you are running under a socialized government. How do you, a socialist government? How do you know about it?
Okay, good. So, question I ask you is, the product that you've thought about before you built it, did you do your research about your economy? So you see why it's very important that before you go and build and spend your money or spend your time, you need to understand the constraint. So what you've done now, or what this use case you've painted, they didn't do discovery, they just went to build. So in discovery, you're looking at the different things. Who are my users? Which space do I play? What is the market like? So with the socialist market, so another thing I also omitted, some products have regulatory requirements. So if you are building a payment product, there is a regulatory requirement. So you need to look at what is the regulatory requirement, what is the government policy within this space. Is it going to limit me from building? So in that case now, imagine you've done it before you built. You might have identified that, okay, in this kind of economy, this is the process that they've put in place for people who want to build, for innovators. Maybe you need to submit a proposal to the government, or you need to pitch an idea to the government. You would have identified those things first, determine the key steps to take, the stakeholders to engage. You'd have engaged them, they would have given you approval, or you've seen that, okay, they tell you, okay, this is how to go about it. Then you build. Because if you build, it means you've expended resource. Imagine you were paying people, you wasted money because government announced I didn't know that this is how the economy is. So that's why discovery is very, very important. Know the users, know the regulatory requirements, know the economic policies, then know how to cater for those things. So for instance, in fintech, if you want to build, CBN will tell you if you want to go into a payment product. You can sit down. If you want to go into a payment product, you must have a banking license, you must have you must have, PCI DSS certificates and certain certificates like that, AML and whatnot. So imagine you are a startup now and you don't have money to buy a bank license. You don't have those certificates. You need to now know, okay, how do I approach this? And what we do today is, some fintechs, if you notice, Piggyvest and the likes, they started partnering with banks. So that's why back then, if you want to use Piggyverse, you will not see the account you are sending to is a Wema Bank account. That's because they notice that I don't have money to buy a bank. I don't have money to buy certificates, the required regulatory certificates, right? So let me partner with a bank to enter the market first, right? And then when I now have money, I can now do what I need to do to expand. So very important, discovery. You can't omit it. Your question?
Yeah, so my name is Samuel. So
Yes,
because you mentioned that we are really have other team members. So my question is, how were you able to get people on the same wavelength as you that have the same mission and
Okay, good. Thanks. So that's a very good question. So there are two categories of ways that you typically build. There's one where you are selling the vision to people, and there's one where you are paying out of pocket. The one where you are paying out of pocket is easier because you can do an interview, recruit people and say, no, I don't want you, you, I want you, because you are giving them money. The difficult part is the one that you are telling someone, Omo, bro, this vision, if I build this product in the next 3 years, it will become like Flutterwave. You are selling a dream. And the how to find people, trust me, is very difficult. Because you now need to be pitching that dream to people. Some people will buy the dream. When they get to a point where things are not working out, they will drop off. So when you are looking for people, like, you need to also look for people that are resilient. Like, guy, I'm willing to go this route to the very end with you. I won't lie to you, it's very difficult, but one thing is very certain, like, if you see someone that has your type of mindset and your type of drive, like, you'll be able to identify from the conversations how they take the work serious. And if you see the person is not on that wavelength, bro, like, I don't think we're moving at the same rate. Are you really interested in this thing? I feel like there's a disconnect in, you know, what we are trying to achieve. Have that very hard conversation and move on with someone that is willing to be on that wavelength. Yeah. I'll take 2 more questions so we can proceed. So then I think you raised no, I'll take 3 because it's unfair. I saw your hand first. Oh yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah. That's sir. My name is Adibule Samuel. So you said nobody is ever perfect. And you also said, well, we should just try to improve on our artificial intelligence. So now how can we improve on our artificial intelligence?
Okay, good. So I wish if there's still time, I'll show you how to use AI. When I say improve on your artificial intelligence, I mean how to use the tools out there to improve your work and how you do. So for instance, like personally, I think you guys should also do it, right? Maybe if there's another time I can come and teach you guys how to utilize Claude to do that. Like for me, Claude knows me. So there's something called Claude MD or about me, right? Tell it about you. Tell you what you do, tell you your vision, tell you the story of your life. The reason why I'm doing that is because whenever you tell it something, it's only that it's to tell you based on what it knows about you, right? You know, and all that stuff. Then I'm coming. Then there are ways to use AI in your work. So for instance, imagine you are given a task to do. And back then, I need to wait for someone who knows it to like tell me about it. But now I can just first tell AI, give you the right context. Okay, tell me about this thing. It will tell you, it will help you move faster, right, than any other person. So it helps improve. Like even before you come to class, imagine you're coming to a class now and like you're already reading about something and like from AI and like, sir, yeah, I know this, I know that. Like I asked some people they know about targets operating terms, sum, like they were like, yes. So it means they probably have been reading something, learning, getting ahead of, you know, where they are supposed to be. Sorry, then you last. Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Yusuf Said. So the part I'm asking is about the marketing part. So let's imagine you are done building a product and you have like let's say 3 main features of the product you are building. Now you are trying to like create an hype. So instead of launching the 3 features at once, you launch 2 features first. Then after that, if you see how the flow goes, then
you now launch the other one. Good.
So what do you think about that?
That's a very good question because again, like I'm sure we've all noticed when like your app store, your app just pop up and like updates. Like those guys are literally working on something every day. They are updating every day. So to answer your question, you said 3 features. Again, and you're done with. Again, always think about money, right? And funny enough, this question you asked is what one of the people I'm consulting with are facing right now, right? So number one, know what your MVP is. MVP is minimum viable product, right? It means, what can I push into the market that people are able to use and love? I like to call it MLP, to be honest, minimum lovable products. Because you can ship that one now, they're like, what's this? But maybe you just need those two features to make them love it. So the question to ask is, and that thing is, the product you are building, what stage has it gotten to in the market? Let me give you an example. Imagine I'm shipping a banking app and I'm like, my own banking app, I just want to ship bills payments, buy airtime alone. People will not use your product because the market has moved beyond that. People already have app in the market that can do transfer, right? Do other things, do loan. They are now giving me only bills payments. Okay, go and keep your app. So you need to also note that this product I'm building, where would it be? Imagine you say you want to build another Instagram app like Instagram and saying, I'll just give you the ability to be able to post pictures. But people want to post reels, post stories. Nobody will use your app. So you need to be able to understand where the market is. You need to be able to understand which feature is bringing money for you. And if you have it ready, to be honest, just ship it. Fail fast, man. Like, because it helps you get feedback. Then there's a part where you are improving your product. You can always build something new. But if you have something already, like for me personally, my strategy is build something that the market has never seen. So if you have it already, I'll push it out, because what if I now push the first one, someone now pushes the second one and say they are the first person to build it. But then you're like, now me build that first. But bro, like, show evidence now. You kept it in your code base. You get, so that like different things that go into that, right? Yeah, you lastly.
Thank you so much, sir. My name is Usman. So when you look at the stats of money points, for example, and you realize that OP actually has more users compared to money points, and they are, should I use the word successful than money points? But you also discover that these two apps offer similar things. Fast, everything is just very similar. So is there something that people do with products that makes people just
Okay, nice. So that's we're going into product strategy, right? And I'm going to just backtrack to how OP started. So OP started with, and that's a marketing strategy and a product strategy as well. OP, O-Ride. In fact, I have my friends used to beg that they'll be O-Beg, O-Trek, O-This, because they had different applications. What they were doing there was, like I said with Instagram, they were acquiring users. So they were getting users, giving you free food, free ride. They knew that their long-term goal, and that's in product strategy, you have to have a roadmap and say, okay, where do I want to be in the future? Their long-term goal was to open a wallet. So what they've done is, instead of marketing to be able to say, download my app to use OP, no. They were getting your phone numbers. Before I signed up on OP, right, they were already calling me to say, dear valid customer. Because how now? It means that they already recognize me as a customer. So what they've done is user acquisition. Then another thing, they understood that people at the bottom of the pyramid needed a simplified payments, application. If you notice, your Okada rider, like those guys are typically the ones that utilize OP. And guess what? They're the largest population of people that typically do transactions daily. Money is moving. So they picked that niche. They now picked their agent network. Because I already have people's number, I automatically was able to then sell OP merchant solution to them. Give them seamless offers. Today, like, OP would even tell you, buy 100 naira airtime and get this free. Like, you see it. So they've been able to drive beyond payments. That's user love. Right? There's something called the art framework. Right? You need to create happiness in your products. And that's what they've done. MoneyPoint, on the other hand, if you notice, they started by building apps for banks. And then they now moved into POS, merchants. So at that point in time, it's also product strategy. You need to know, where is the niche I want to focus on? What is my strategy? So MoneyPoint started giving people POS for free and say, pay me later. They noticed in the north they had a gap there. They started rolling out programs like that. So if you notice, OPay has been able to, they have the largest agent network. They also have the largest network of people utilizing the app. And that's because they've been able to create an ecosystem where if you have OPay app, you can easily send to OPay agents, you can easily fast transfer. And OPay started the fast transfer before Money Points, right? So that's what they used to gain market share. Money Points, they were known for POS, fast transaction. For merchant, they were known for fast settlements. Because the banks might, like as a merchant, I want to see my money now. Money Points will give you your money. So you are seeing that my money is reflecting. Not as if someone paid me money and I'm like, where's my business money? So they were able to build trust, build happiness, to acquire. That's why other people are struggling, because they've been able to know, again, what is the pain point of a merchant. I know if you buy POS at once, we solve for that. Give them different offers that they can't reject. Loan offers as well. If you notice, Money Points is also going into loans, business loan, because they've been able to gather business data, identify areas to enable these businesses. Very soon, they will soon be selling loans. So that's product strategy. Last question, please. You can always pen down your question. All right.
We are advancing in this age, which we are using AI, but we still have some consumers which have not migrated to people. So how do you reach those people?
So when you say consumers, can you clarify?
Like the old ones, let's say the adults.
So consumers of what products?
Okay, so
you're saying the old people using AI, right?
Yes, like that. They have not yet migrated to be using this. So how do you sell your products
to them? And so there are different ways, right? Like, again, is to remove the technicalities for people like that. So let me give you an example. If I'm building a payment product, I will not tell them Claude or ChatGPT. What I will tell them is just open your app and tell it transfer money to Dami. Do you understand that, right? They're not saying go there, put a prompt, do this. They're not speaking technically to them. So if you notice, some people that are built today, for instance, Canva now has the AI functionality. What do you need to do? You need to prompt it. They've been able to integrate with other MCPs and AI system backend that you don't even need to worry about. They've been able to build agents that does all those things. So what you typically do for people like that is they are simplifying the process to enable them use your products, right? So for instance, like one of my cohorts in one other program, they built an app that uses AI to tell people about their health. What does it like? They're not those people are not prompting the AI. All they need to do is input information. Your height, your this one, those inputs. If you have any ailments and whatnot, the kind of food you eat, the app will just automatically tell you without doing anything. So that's how to simplify for people within that landscape.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, let's proceed. So, no, sorry, go back. So, I feel like I've answered some of this in the question. Study the market, frame an hypothesis, then run a test. Yeah. Also, before you build, I omitted that. Run a test, right? And that can be done fast track today by building a prototype. Like if there's also time as well later on, I can show you guys how to sharply spin up a prototype on Claude. Just give it your documents, build prototype, test. Give people like click through this app. In fact, when you are even running through the app, you're like, I omitted this thing, I omitted that thing. You give people to also test and give you feedback. You're now improving the product before you now build. Right? Next slide, please. Now, what are the outcomes? I already mentioned that, so let's next slide. Yeah, idea validation. Next slide, please. Yeah. So this is where you test your assumptions, right? Like you're validating that idea that you've thought about by, it could be by giving users, it could be by building a prototype, sharing within yourselves, clicking on it and say, okay, no, this flow does not make sense. If I do it this way, it will be better, and stuff like that. Next. So, yeah, how do you validate the ideas? I also mentioned about, customer interviews, discuss with 10 to 15 people. This is what I'm trying to solve for. Do you think it's a problem? Do you think you can solve your problem? What problem are you having in this space? And whatnot. You do surveys as well to test. You do a smoke test, this by creating like a prototype and just testing whether, okay, does this thing make sense? Is it working well? You can do pre-orders, like join the wait list. People do that a lot. I don't know if you've seen that. Join the wait list. They'll tell you to join the wait list. They'll now add the people in the wait list to a group and say, please help us test this thing. It's not live yet. To share your feedback. People will share feedback and tell you how to improve upon it. Next. So, another loop is that you build, you measure, you loop. Right? So, because I built my first version does not mean, guys, let's go and play, like, people should start using the app. No. Like, you are building, there's something called progressive discovery, right? It means you are building, you are looking at what exists, you are taking feedback from customers, right? You are looking at how the industry is moving, right? And how you can build for the industry, right? Because, for instance, like in payment now, there's a new trend, which is before, if you want to take a loan, you have to go to a bank, submit documents and whatnot. But now, the thing, like what AI is enabling for us now is, if you want to take a loan, all you need to just do is provide your bank statements, provide your BVN and all that. The AI will run the check, right? And say if you can get the loan, and it will disburse the loan to you real quick without interacting with anybody. So imagine you now building your product that gives loan the old way and you're just resting. Like, people will stop using your loan app and go to another app. So that's why you have to keep, measuring and learning, rebuilding, relearning, progressive discovery and elaboration, right? Next. Yeah, so this is an idea of, an example of how you validate, like, ask users, like, we believe this type of user, I give an example, Tolu that is trying to commute somewhere, doesn't have a car, struggles with getting to his location, right? We will know if this is true if about 50% of people we ask this question are saying they have the same problem. And I'm sure today, if you ask everybody here, imagine we are saying, guys, don't enter public transport. One of the problems you have is, okay, how do I locate a taxi park? How do I get to where I'm going to? If over, let's say 70% of people here are able to answer that, then it means that the idea I'm looking at makes sense, right? Then we will test this by what cheap method? Let's prototype it first. Let's not build though, because that's a lot of time. Let's prototype it first, test it with a wait list, or the people that we interviewed, get feedback. And once you get feedback within the next 2 weeks, because you don't want to spend months trying to get feedback. Like someone would have built it, you need to also time box that. Next. So using AI in product management, next slide. So like I mentioned, you can, and there's a workflow for this, you can build different agents to help you run your discovery. Although I still advise that you speak with real humans, right? But agents can help you run your discovery, validation. They can build for you, right? They can't launch for you. That's where AI doesn't come, because it requires human interaction, right? So yeah, it helps you summarize user interview. Like for instance, if you've done interview, shared questionnaire, you can put it on Cloud and say, these are like, I have 10 questionnaires, I've attached this here, help me analyze the responses and tell me if this product is worth implementing, right? So I'm supposed to have a meeting now. Let me just give me a sec, guys. Okay, so yeah, you can also use it to like draft your questionnaire. I mentioned that you can use it to draft your product requirement documents, right? And you can use it to summarize support tickets. So in a world where, another thing also is when you build a product, always think about how to get feedback from your users. So on your app, have a place for support, have a support channel where they can tell you, oh, this is what I'm experiencing, so that they don't drag you on Instagram and say what you're building is trash, So you now use that to like summarize your support tickets, review it and tells you what to build next. Next slide. I think that's, yeah. So what are the AI tools you can use today? ChatGPT and Claude, they help you run your research, draft hypotheses, come up with your user stories. Google Form and Typeform, they are what you use for like your interviews, right, and whatnot. AI note takers, very important. When you're having your interviews, if it's like a virtual interview, right, you need to add your Firefly or something like to be in that meeting, because what you also do is it helps you in a world where you sort of like lost something that was said. Just put the output of that note taker in your AI, your cloud or whatnot. Prompt it properly. It will tell you the action points, the key things to actually do based on what you've gotten from that meeting. Then AI copywriting. In a world where, for instance, like I asked, I don't think we have anybody doing content copyright or whatnot. Say for instance, you are so lean that you can't employ someone to do that. AI will help you do your copywriting, right? Notion AI is for taking notes. You know, someone was telling me yesterday that our cousin used Notion AI to document his life, like what he does, everything, connected it into Claude. So whenever I tells Claude, I want to do this, what's my next goal in life? Claude can go there and say, okay, based on where you are right now, this is what, so like, that's how Notion also helps you organize your work. You can also use Notion for your portfolio. And that's one thing you should also do after this training, when you now go into the field. Build your own portfolio. Research about Framer. Framer is what people use. You know Framer, good. So Framer is what people use to like come up with your portfolio, put the projects you've worked on. So when you want to even tell people about yourself, you tell them, oh, I also have a link where you can see what I've worked on, the projects I've worked on and whatnot. So very important. Next. So, I mean, I already summarized this. Next. Because we are running out of time already. So, I have a 5-minute challenge, right? Do we still have time? Do we still have like 5 minutes? Okay. So, again, you guys should like pick a problem you've seen, right? In one sentence, tell me what the problem statement is like. Why do you think is a problem, right? And describe one way you test it in 48 hours with no budget. Imagine right now we are saying you don't have any budget to employ a developer, to employ anybody. I want to see if you guys have been listening. So how will you test it in 48 hours? The time starts now. What? You have a question? You raised up your hand now. Oh, you didn't? Okay, let's start. Question. You have an answer? Okay, sharp. So because we don't have time, maybe I'll just pick like 2 people. Yeah, now pick. No, let's pick someone that wasn't listening. Someone that we feel like wasn't listening and someone that was listening. Okay, okay, we pick you. Let's make it 3, sorry. But it will be really fast. So 1, 2, 3. Sorry. But you can always tell me about it.
Alright. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Samuel Maolamide.
Okay.
So the problem I've been able to identify is immorality among teenagers in sense of fraud, especially cyber fraud and cyber bullying. So how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to solve this problem within 14 hours with 0 naira budget is finding like minds like me.
Okay.
Finding like minds. Looking at the future of teenagers, looking at the future of teens in Nigeria, because everyone says youth are the leaders of tomorrow, but we are producing youths who are not morally upright.
Let me cut you short, sorry. What product are you building? You mentioned the problem, like, yeah, it's a problem, but can it be solved with a product?
Yes.
Okay, what product are you building?
So we are building an application that logs you out of everything you are doing at a particular time, that monitors your screen time every day, and monitors your account.
So who are the users?
Users are teens,
No.
teenagers, secondary school,
Those are the guys that you are blocking. Like who is paying for it?
parents, subscription.
Okay, good. Good. So you are saying, so the last part, so I get you, you are saying you want to build an app that allows parents lock different apps within their child's device, right? Okay, so what target audience are you looking at? Everyone. So imagine I'm 25 years, I bought my phone myself, and my mom is saying, I want to install that app on your phone.
I'm not a teenager anymore.
I'm not a teenager, okay, good. So you're saying teenager. What if I'm a teenager from a family where I've been able to make money on time. Like, the answers are not wrong. I'm asking because it points to what I've taught today. Target operating markets, addressable markets, and how can you now make money from that? Do you have enough teenagers, enough parents? Like, in the midst of parents that care about parental control, how much would they want to pay? How do you intend making money to be able to do that? But yeah, good question. So I think that's good, but you know, the one you mentioned around, the correction is, in 48 hours, how will you test it? It's not by looking for great minds, especially in AI age, right? You'd come up with a prototype I mentioned. You can build it with Claude, or look for a great mind that knows how to build a prototype. Do your PRD, come up with a prototype real quick and test. Or create a questionnaire, a survey. Ask people questions around how much are you willing to pay for this? Is this something you want to do to be able to test if it will make money for you? Thank you. Yeah. So the same structure, the problem, the product, how you solve it.
My name is Benjamin. So the problem you picked, like you picked earlier, was want to try and help students become better at studying. The problem there is distraction, procrastination, tiredness. Even when you read, you still feel. So we want to do like not just AI chatbots, but as the implementation of AI chatbots, library, talks to you like a mentor, this type of stuff. How I was able to do it, 24 hours, I was able to build the web app and also deploy the app on my phone. So the app is right on my phone right now. That's just 24 hours. If I'm able to get another 24 hours, I'll now, just like you said, be circle again, go back to discovery and start making better and better in the next 24 hours.
So there's something you missed, right? You mentioned you built the app and you're the one using it. How about the people you've identified that need the app?
I thought I would like test it first.
No, that's you building for yourself. Remember I said you need to identify who you are building for. For instance, you said you've identified that there's a problem, people are distracted, they are this. So pick maybe like 10 of your friends. Like, okay, I build it. So in a one way you build the app, it means you've skipped the product's life cycle. You jumped into building. But the entire process is you discuss with your friend and say, this is the problem I've identified. People are distracted. Do you think, well, what's the current problem you have? How do you think it can be solved? Do you think an app that does this and this can solve that problem for you? So that's how you validate. Yeah, thank you. I think it was him. Yeah. You have so many hands up. Everybody wants to pitch their products. I'm not an investor, guys.
I've got information out of like high schoolers and students in secondary school.
Okay.
And most of them that have a group of chain makers and people that are applying for essays and competition. One of the issues that most of them face is getting a transcript from their school. Most times, if they want to apply for some stuff, let's say YYAS or RISE or other like big scholarships, they'll say, oh yeah, bring your school transcripts so you can see, oh, your current grade, your CGPA, nice. And most times, their school don't even have like digital facilities to do this kind of stuff. So most times, they also have to snap it. Like currently, the last one I did, I had to snap my my credentials and send it to people. I know that, oh, I know what I'm doing. I have like a 3.5 in secondary school CGPA when I completed it. But they will try to shortlist you due to the fact that you don't have a
the required, so you're out of
like solve a problem that I'll be like a site where schools can easily just drop transcripts, give their student high schoolers like a matric number or something like that for them to access the website. Also drop newsletters in the school and stuff like that. And I'll test 24/8 hours by going to schools, probably public school like a governmental like facility, maybe one deserve needs or anything, and then with like a prototype, try this thing and see how it looks. Will it function well? Will it help you in terms of like writing essay? Also give other like high schoolers that are seeking application to check if it's like worth their time.
Okay, good. So that's a good idea, but there's a part around how you form the product, because you said you build a platform for the school. What will typically come out of your discovery session is that they will tell you what would rather want. And that's why sometimes I said you've identified the problem, but sometimes like the solution might not be the way you are thinking about it. For a school now, what they need is a transcript management system where it helps them manage all their record, it feeds into examination, record keeping and everything, so that for every student, at any point in time, the system is generating transcripts real time. So in a world where the student needs it, he can also log into a student portal and he's seeing it there because there's no human effort. The only human effort is someone inputs your score and everything. It generates a transcript. When you log in as a student, you can download it. An admin can click on send to embassy and whatnot. So, but yeah, that's also a good one. I think you lastly, please, very brief. Sorry. So you've not spoken today. Very brief, I beg, very brief. And I'm not going to be giving feedback so that it's fast.
My name is Sam Sabesi. So I noticed a problem that students are unable to connect with.
And you guys really care about students. Like nobody has said transportation money, but go on, sorry.
That students are unable to connect with people that are doing the same thing as them outside of their premises, outside of their premises or their countries. For example, someone studied economics in Nigeria. I've asked people here already, so they don't like the people that they know that are also studying economics are also in Nigeria. Like there's no diversity, there's no what's
a community
environment over there. Like just so we did an app. So I asked already. We've done this already. I've noticed it's a very big problem. So we built an app whereby people are able to network, people are able to connect based on who they are, where they are from, and what they want to do. So if I'm an economics student, for example, I'm in Nigeria, I am hoping to make friends that is also an economist in
somewhere else.
So it connects us together, and that's it. So within 48 hours, we really don't ask you, just ask people around you. Okay, if you have this kind of solution to this kind of problem, okay, would you love it? Of course, why would they love it? And majority of graduates here in Nigeria, so they don't even have any connection of friends outside of Nigeria.
How do you want to make money in one sentence?
Just ads.
Ads?
Yes.
Okay. You can do subscription based, because people already do it in Nigeria. They have a Slack community. To join the community, you need to pay to get into it. All right, nice. And you and you lastly, then we're done. Sorry.
So the problem
Sorry, man.
I identify is that
this is my last slide, so we're good.
Students often find it difficult to buy properties when they're in school, university students. So maybe a student is in 100 level and he needs to buy property from maybe like
someone living,
not new property.
So thrift.
Students graduate every year. So when they graduate, they will need to sell their property.
Recycle that property.
And move away. So the problem, the way I'll solve this problem now is to create a platform in which you can connect.
You want to create a platform first?
I'll just create
okay, go on.
the app that will connect students together. Maybe anybody that wants to sell a property will just post it on the platform, and anybody that needs that property can just buy it from that platform.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, you then.
So I have a question to ask.
Oh, what is the question? Okay.
I think I should specify main challenge first.
Yeah, just tell us. You can ask your question during Q&A.
When you talked about your umbrella dilemma. So in a world where we have increasingly accurate weather prediction service, I think the problem comes from human forgetfulness, not planning, just like you said, sir. So the target audience can be car owners that are increasingly using GPS in our world, or commute users. So I could create an application that actually serves based on the subscription model, that actually serves as like an alarm notification telling you immediately you are leaving your house for a journey, because most GPS now already understands how people live. They have data that actually tells like the application that this person is moving, this is where this person goes, this is regular commute. So it's synchronized with the weather services. So it just tells you going out that don't forget your umbrella today. It's likely going to be in the afternoon.
So yeah, so remember, it's a problem. But remember I said there are time problems to business objective and to what exists. My phone can do it. I just need to set a reminder. I need to connect and now like Apple is integrating to AI providers. All I just need to do is connect I don't even need a weather app. The phone already has weather app. Tell it where I'm going to, it source for that, and it has crashed your product. So yeah.
So another
question. Please make it snappy.
So how can a young startup founder protect his ideas? For somebody that doesn't even have selling
protect your idea. That's like you saying because I want to build OP, nobody should build again. So the way the tech field is that I don't think there's any proprietary, there's no proprietary knowledge. Like it's a free field where you can, like when are those days where you can keep your idea and like, bro, as you are keeping it, someone else is building it somewhere else. It's just that they've not launched it or you just don't even know. And another thing is, lastly, most products, like in as much as we try to not admit it, we also like, we're not the first to build it, so we copy. Because why are you reinventing the wheel? If any fintech wants to come to the market today, they're actually going to copy what already exists. So you cannot, there's no proprietary right to that. Thank you. Okay, you were the last person. Mojito has said, next slide. Yeah. Okay, I'll go real quick. Sorry, I'm too nice, but just move too fast.
Mostly undergraduate and PhD students and MSc.
Mm-hmm.
When they are doing a final year project, they always require slides.
Mm-hmm.
When they are doing a final year project, they always require slides. Make research and get questionnaires and get the answers from real people. So most of them do face problem of like posting on WhatsApp, begging to like
answer.
So what I'll do on that 14 hours is that I'll reach out to all these professors that have research students under them and tell them that why don't you all come together under like the community and like get to answer these questions for yourselves. Then probably go to expand to other schools like that, and then maybe create a community under maybe the particular
or respondents.
Then how we'll make money is that probably your responses maybe like giving you points and then from there on you're able to withdraw. Then those that are putting these surveys pay an amount for the particular amount of response that they
Okay, makes sense. That's nice. Thanks. So the key takeaway here is, I mean, product management is basically deciding what to build for who and why. I mean, it takes a full team. You don't need every skill yourself, right? So product designer, the engineer, the product manager and everything. It takes like a data analyst, designer, it takes like everybody. Discovery happens before delivery. Never make that mistake. Like, don't build and just like say, yeah, now is the time to go and sell. Like, discover, like you need to discover first. You need to, the same way someone mentioned project. Like when you are doing your projects, you have like hypotheses, you test your hypotheses and whatnot. That same thing applies. You're not assuming, right? You are testing those hypotheses that I know that these people need this thing. I know that like, so you need to first off validate before you build, right? AI speeds up the process. Guys, like I can build an HTML website in 5 minutes. Like if I have the documentation, the PRD, HTML like does the front end in 5 minutes, right? It speeds up the process. Again, like I said, with discovery, with interviews, AI can help you speed up the process. Next slide. So yeah, next. So yeah, I'll end this by saying, don't fall in love with your solutions. Fall in love with the problem, right? Thank you. Do we have time for question and answers?
Because we've already taken questions from people, we have to take
Okay.
questions from people watching.
Oh, okay, people. Yeah. Sorry, guys. You can always ask your question after.
So the first question is, I want to ask, does AI not encourage plagiarism?
In what context? Okay, let me just answer that in because the question, I mean, in tech, like someone asked, like, how do I protect my proprietary rights? There's no, like, I want to build a product requirement document. Like, there's nothing like plagiarism there. The system just tells you how to build it. It is when you're now going into project reports, project research and all those things. That's where things like that, would typically apply. And there's also a way to make AI not do that by prompting it and telling it, look, don't hallucinate, tell me where you're picking reference from someone, tell me what the reference is, and it will bring it out. But if you just leave it and say, do this for me, it will just pick up ideas and not reference where it's being brought from.
Alright, the second question is,
there are some codes people give to AI to get specialized results or better results. I've seen videos. Do they really matter when using AI?
There are some codes. Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So they use the code to get better results.
Yeah.
Does that really matter in what?
When using AI?
Yes, it does, because I usually tell people, like, AI is like your assistant. Imagine a world where, like, someone is saying, for everybody here, I'm giving you one person that will be helping you do your work, right? If you want to employ that person, so for instance now, if you want to employ a designer, what will you tell the designer to have, or what do you expect from the designer? Yeah, you are telling me the skills. You are saying, I want you to be able to design this, be able to use Figma, be able to do that. So what that slash or the prompt or the skill you've built does is, you've told it what to do, right? And it gives you results based on what you've told it to do, right? So it helps improve your outputs. If you tell AI, review this document, it just reviews it anyhow. But if you tell it, you are a business analyst, I want you to review this document, I want you to flag all the issues with it, I want you to correct it, it will perform better than just saying, give me this document. So what those prompts does is, within that prompt, someone has built those instructions inside it. That's why you just put a slash prompt or slash skill, you just execute it, because someone has built a skill and given it those contexts within it. Again, like I said, if there's another day where I can show you guys how to utilize Claude, build your own AI skills, and use those skills to, like, get things done. I mean, we'll go through. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, sir. On behalf of the entire faculty at the Stella Academy and the boys of the BoyCode 5.0, we just want to say thank you for coming to teach us. Thank you for spending your time with us today.
You're welcome, guys.
Let's put our together.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Where do I stand now? I hope I'm not blocking you guys. Am I supposed to sit or stand? Oh, okay. Am I blocking someone?
Everybody eyes on the camera, please. Alright guys, are you ready? Yes, sir! No, you're sounding low. Are you ready? Yes, sir! No, I can't hear you. Are you ready? Yes, sir! Say BoyCode! BoyCode! Africa! Say thank you, sir! Thank you, sir! Everybody thumbs up. Say thank you, sir! Thank you, sir! BoyCode! Africa! Applause, thank you.
Oh, picture. Okay.
Everybody thumbs up. So big smile, everybody.
Oh my God,
BoyCode! Africa!
Be active!
Active!
Are we active?
Active!
Alright, thank you very much.
Alright. So, yeah, it's somewhere around there.
Let me take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Thank you very much.
So I'd like to see you after you're done.
Okay, no problem. Good afternoon. I know. I thought I was about to say that, like, it's just Okay.
AI is doing much more better things.
From a mentorship session, I actually learned that from AI, you can actually prompt AI to do much more better things for. And I learned that we should continue evolving. Like, it can't just be so. And you don't have to have all the skill. You have to like have people that do each and everything. Thank you.
One clap for him. One clap.
Good afternoon, Olushola Indaramola, and I actually learned a lot from him, and he talked about always planning ahead, and he said planning ahead is not just enough, and there are some unforeseen circumstances that can happen, and you have to like plan for things that you don't expect. You have to plan for things that you don't expect, and he talked about building yourself, having charisma, and having leadership qualities, and he also talked about evolving, that things have moved past the way it was before, and evolving maybe means adding AI to what you do on a normal day. And he talked about not letting your background limit you. You could come from anywhere, you could come from the smallest places in life, but just have the belief that you can go ahead, and you need to find skill sets that set you among from your peers and your colleagues. You just need to like maybe take that certification or do more than what people regularly do. Thank you.
One clap for him. One clap for him. Joseph. One second.
We have like 10 minutes.
Alright, thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so basically, I really had to relearn some things because I would say I'm also a junior product manager. While he was talking, most of the things that he said really resonated in me, and you know, product managers are really really tasky when it comes to managing a product, because you have to bring in so many people, and part of the struggle you have to experience is maybe when the developers, the front end and back ends, are talking their languages, and you know you won't understand what they are saying. So I based on the session, I come to understand that there are some things that when you have to learn integrating AI into your workspace. So that make me to really, okay, if I really want to do some things and I'm being confused about it, it's sort to go to AI to make me understand and to fast track the process. Then I understand the fact of me having more quality, leadership quality, because it can only take that kind of quality to be able to manage people, especially people that are working with you. And you know, that can really help us when that can help me personally if because the team I manage currently is not that I'm paying them. They are people that okay, we have the same vision and to run. So for them to be able to stay with me, run with the kind of division I have to still possess that kind of leadership quality. Thank you very much.
One clap for him.
One clap. Are you ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Where's your hand up? Are we ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Are we active?
Active.
Are we active?
Active.
Are we active?
Active.
Please let's put our hands together for Mr. Femi Bakes.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are we all doing? I mean, when I came in earlier, I saw some of you fighting for your dear lives, you know. You were in front, was it you? Yeah, it was you. You know, caught in the act, dozing. But yeah. Alright, so you know the drill. Where we started from on Monday. You know the drill is random selection. Anybody will collect at any time T. However, the people who already participated will not participate in this, right? So who wants to volunteer for starters?
Wow, you volunteered. Wow, I'm shocked too. Come. Just pick anybody and bring the person along. All right. One on this side, one on this side. Yeah. So you know the drill now. 1 minute. I'll give you a topic to talk about for 1 minute. You don't have to have interests, right? You don't have to have interest. All right. So let's talk about 1 minute fuel subsidy. Fuel subsidy, right? Why are you smiling? Fuel subsidy. So don't forget your stance, your charisma, your engagement. Do you get it? Fuel subsidy, and you project. Are you ready? 1 minute.
Good day, everyone. I'm David Uchendu, and today I'm going to be talking about fuel subsidy. I remember growing up, and there was a song I got from a movie, and the movie would sing subsidy, everything subsidy. So that's what stuck with me, and I grew up. I did not actually know the meaning until a particular day when I was sent to go buy fuel in the filling station. I saw a long queue, and everybody were with their gallons, and people were fighting to say, oh, this is my spot. And I was like, what's going on here? Why is everybody on this queue, and why are the people fighting? Why is everything going so weird? And while asking that question, someone said, oh, you don't know that the government have removed the fuel subsidy and everything is now expensive. We have to queue in order to get fuel. I'm like, what is actually the subsidy? And as I kept on pondering, I got my answer. The subsidy was the amount of money the government adds in order to reduce the cost of fuel for we, the consumers. And so that subsidy, when it was taken away, the price increased. Coming to understand that was when I now understood what fuel subsidy is. It can be beneficial, and it can also cause a lot of bad and negative effects to our community. For example, at the beginning of Tinubu's era, the fuel price surged very high because he took away the subsidy. And when that happened, a lot of people were saying, oh, he wanted to put it into education, but at the same time, the cost of transportation increased, cost of grinding our peppers and tomato increased, the cost of turning on lights to power your generator increased, and lots of other things. So these are the negative effects of removing this fuel subsidy.
Switch. Continue from where you stop. How many of you here own cars? I noticed how quiet you guys were when he was talking about this fuel subsidy things. It's because you don't have cars. Do you have a car? Okay. You don't look like someone that has a car. You see, I'm a car owner and I also own a private jet. You see, when fuel subsidy was removed, how do you own your Bravos? How do you own it? You don't have a car. When fuel subsidy was removed, as a car owner and a private jet owner, I had to choose which one I would sell in order to afford fuel. You see, it was tough. Then. So when it was removed, I decided to sell my private jet and keep my car. That's how bad it was then. But when people talk about fuel subsidy, they talk about it like, it's like everything. They try to say that fuel subsidy is the best thing that ever happened to us, but at the same time they overlook the corruption that was happening then.
would you rather buy fuel for 90 naira and suffer the prices of other things at the same time? So that during the period of that fuel subsidy, government will have to pay people to produce fuel for us and bring it back for car owners like me, so we can buy it. Yeah. But now that the fuel subsidy has been removed, hopefully we'll start producing our own fuel and I'll buy back my private jet.
So if you never understood anything about subsidy, now you understand, Abi? Yes, you have an idea, Abi? Yes, you did a great job. Fantastic. Please go back to your seats. All right. So I'm gonna wait now. No, you spoke the last time, so don't worry. So something is gonna happen now, and these are the rules of the game. I'll give you a topic to start speaking. The moment I say change, I will change your topic on the spot. You pick it up from there and continue. When I say change, I'll change it on the spot. You pick it from there and continue. Do you understand? Yes, all right. Life insurance.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes.
Nobody can hear you now.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes. As you all know, my name is Judy Emil Bifeolua, aka
Fine boy.
Yes. Okay. So today we are talking about life insurance. Life insurance. Okay. Firstly, we need to know what insurance is as a word or as a term, as a terminology. Insurance is basically there is an expectancy that something you own, something you possess might have or might be damaged in the future or as occurrences may come. So now when probably this is a chair, right? There's an expectancy or an imaginable expectancy that something may happen to it, that it may break, you may lose it, or it may get damaged. Now to protect, now we picture it as invaluable. No one wants to lose their valuables. For example, you have a car, you have a private jet, you have business, you have commodities. Now, okay.
Continue. Okay, no one wants to lose their possessions, their valuable things, right? Now, what you do is you insure, right? Saying that I may lose this, so I am paying you or giving like a premium. Change, Nigerian police. Okay. Yes. Security in our community, we know how the situation is in the country right now, right? Now we have set of people, thank you. We have a set of people who have laid down their own, how will I put it, lives to protect other citizens of a particular country, right? They man places, mark areas, security, protection for the citizens.
Pass it to him. You, quickly. Come outside.
You see Nigerian police listening and they
Or you're kidnapping.
So, Oyo kidnapping. Good everyone. My name is Ebe
Victor. This is not that guru now.
Okay. Good everyone. My name is Victor Nkemuka. So I'll be talking about Oyo kidnapping. We are all aware that.
Continue to speak.
Okay, we are all aware about the kidnapping that happened in Oyo, right?
Continue.
No, you're not aware. Okay, go there. You can go there and go and find out yourself. But let me tell you now. So I'll save you the stress of going to Oyo to find out. Let me tell you, as per I'm a journalist. So, as we all I add that 42 children and teachers were kidnapped in Oyo by what they call bandits. So, that's what they call bandits. And up to today, they've not been released. And bandits are people that terrorize the what's the name, the nation, to force the government into action, but the government are not taking action. You grab. So, and so the children that were kidnapped, they said they beheaded a teacher. Seriously, that's what I had. Like I told you the work of a bandit is to force the government into action. They beheaded the teacher, so the government will take action, but they didn't take action. So those children are still there now, waiting for the government to either they communicate on ransom or the government fight them back. You get, if you understand.
Switch, Dangote.
Okay, Dangote is the richest man in Africa currently, with a net worth of something $1 billion. I don't know the detail I said.
Continue.
Dangote is currently the richest man in Africa with something $1 billion, a net worth of something million. I don't know it. Then you all aware that he has a lot of, products and refineries. He has Dangote cement, Dangote sugar, Dangote everything. The man is just like a man of everything. Why do you say what's the name? Jack of all trades. Is that so that I say my daddy?
Just stay there. Pause. One of the reasons I told him to come out was because you were not even paying attention to what the guy in front was saying. And I called you out. And you can see how you are not even composed in your speech, in your articulation. Do you understand? Doing this thing is not beans. And you guys are smart, to be honest. Giving you a topic and you're able to come up with something in the shortest possible time is insane. I promise you, not everybody can do that thing. Where's that guy? When he came out to talk about subsidy, I'm like, wait, has this guy worked in a filling station before? Genuinely. Because he was able to break it down, and then he used a story, connected it with a song that he remembered, and then he took everybody along. Do you understand? What's the name? Jesus? What? What? Timilane, please come. Yes, please.
I have two questions. So my first question is no, go out. My first question is when you started.
They can't hear you.
My first question is when you started, it came out like someone that we already know. What if we don't know him? Will you say, AKA? I was just looking at him like, who is this guy? That's my first question. Okay. My second one is when you're talking about, I'm not a good public speaker.
No, you come.
Sir, I don't have like a statement, sir. So my own question is that I just feel like. So my own question is that if you're like speaking about like the oil killings, like aside educating, like if you can start with a story, like let me tell you a story.
Fantastic. Like that, use it oil killings.
Okay, let me try.
Use the mic.
Yes, sir. Let me tell you guys a story. So I need you guys to close your eyes and imagine with me.
Project.
Imagine you're on the street playing ball with your guys, or you're just going to school, just like these innocent people I'm about to mention. You're holding your sisters and going to school. Or out of nowhere, a gunshot. Are you with me? A gunshot out of nowhere, and they take your sister. They injure you, not kill you, they injure you, and you saw them dragging your sister. What are you feeling in that moment? See, these questions are the questions that every Nigerian should hold in their hearts Because if the government keep doing things to us and we just walk it over, now that I say you guys should close your eyes, I just want you guys to just imagine just a little bit pain of what the parents of those kids felt. Trust me, that is not up to the pain they felt. Because let me tell you why. You have not seen your child for a week. That's bad. 2 weeks. That's worse. Now a month has gone, right? They'll probably be feeling suicidal by now. Imagine you were in that same situation. Your child was taken away from you. It's better he was dead than for him to be missing. Have you heard that statement before? Better the person was dead than for him to be missing. Now elections around the corner. Okay, so what am I trying to say? That we can't just keep watching things like this happen to our country. Those kids, trust me, I don't want to be speaking negatively, but to me, I feel they has gone as good. We should like just hope for the better things, but to me, we have to like be realistic here. So for this upcoming election, I want you guys to like stand up now. This little pain you felt now, put it into action so that you won't be the next victim, your brother won't be the next victim, or even your mother. Now, do you understand?
Firstly, I want to say that you are a bloody liar. For starters, you are a big liar. Because what did he say when he came out? What did you just do now? He even did drama, he sat down. Do you understand? Question: did we feel what he was saying? Yes. Alright, next person. It's only black. White. Somebody wearing white, please. Just hold on. Yeah, you can go to your seat. No, you stay. Alright. Lagos State is the cleanest place on earth.
Wow.
Lagos State. Hi guys.
We can hear you.
Hi everyone. My name is Jolly Akeju. Good afternoon everyone. My name is Jolly Akeju.
Can you hear him? Or is it because you're wearing white?
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Jolly Akeju and I'm here to speak to you on the topic. Lagos State is the most cleanest state in Nigeria. Firstly, I would like to ask you, how does that topic sound to you? Sorry, what do you say? Contradictory. So, thank you very much. I can draw from your conclusions now, from your responses now, that many of us would agree that that topic sounds like a myth. It's your. Alright, are you with me? It sounds like something not really possible. Yeah, it's not the reality of things. It's the opposite of the current state of Lagos. And we can all tell that both you and I are both contributors to this particular topic being a myth. I mean, Lagos State being ironically the cleanest state in Nigeria.
Lagos is the dirtiest place in Nigeria. Switch.
All right. So we all come to an agreement that Lagos State is one of the most dirtiest states currently in Nigeria. And if we are to look at the causes of this dirtiness, pollutions, we would agree that majority of them comes from our individual daily activities, and we all are all contributors, probably from our refuges, even the sewage channels from our houses. These are the things which are more of the causes to environmental pollution, and we are now the ones who scream.
You are contesting for Lagos State governorship.
Alright, guys.
You are contesting for Lagos State governorship. You are an aspirant.
Okay. Great Nigerians. Great Nigerians. Kulu Kulu, good temper. Okay. My name is Senator.
Is this one Aluta or governorship?
My name is Senator Jolly Akeju, and as you all know, you have been seeing. You probably might have come across my campaign flyers, my media campaigns on social media, or you have met my ads on across your streets. I am vying for the position of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let's come back home, please. Okay. So I am running for the office of the Governor of Lagos State, and I am contesting under our most powerful party in the country, which we call what? APC. All right. So I am here to tell you that these are some of my promises for you, and things I would have in place for you when I finally emerge. When you all get me in as your governor, as your next governor. Firstly, governor of the state.
Sorry.
All right.
Give it to him. Presidential aspirant. You've been elected.
God bless Mr. Income.
Greatest Nigerian student. Articulate Nigerian student.
It's not SUG. I said presidential aspirant.
Yeah.
You didn't allow me to finish. Presidential aspirant. They elected you as president.
Okay.
You've done terrible. Very bad. One of the worst we've had in a long time.
Can this one be like
one of the worst that we've had in a very long time. Defend your honor.
have to be careful.
Alright, defend your honor quickly.
If you close your eyes, what do you see? I'm asking you. If you close your eyes, what do you see? If you open your eyes, what do you see?
I see Nigeria.
Alright, greatest Nigerian. Build the youth. If I say build the youth, say build the nation. Build the youth. Build the youth. Build the nation. I'm still president, so I still have the capacity.
What else?
Alright, I understand the economic shambles in the country, and I'm aware of the current conundrum we are facing as a citizen, and I can assure you that I've been able to disburse across the verified local governments and LCDs in the state. And I want you to know that if your governors, if your local government chairmans, if your LCDs, if they are not doing what they need to do, go and hold them accountable. I can assure you that by the next few weeks, I'm going to print out the monies that are disbursed across every LCDs, every LGAs. In fact, you will see what I've done personally, because this work is not, a work president can do alone.
Pause. One of the reasons I'm giving you personas is because the persona is not you. You are not the persona. But once I give you a particular character, you become the character. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I can't see the arrogance. Hold on. There's no arrogance in what he's doing. He's so chilled. This is not Aluta. This is not SUG. Do you understand? Who wants to try this?
Soon I'll be back with
One house. Do you understand the character?
Good everyone. How are you doing? Okay, anyways. I appreciate your patience and I appreciate how you have been coping with us all this while. But 2027 election is here already, and I can promise you we are going to recruit more soldiers into the army, into the military, and I think with the latest information now, we have like 50 million youths currently in our nations, and I am planning to recruit 70,000 youth into the military.
Boss, I'm looking for the arrogance. Sorry, go. No, not you. You.
Yes, actually. Hello, great people of Nigeria. Although I know you all see me as a bad president, but I believe that since the past few years, I'm the best president you could ever have. Yes, because what I've achieved in the recent years, I don't think anybody has achieved it. Yes. Because
one house.
No, in the sense that I build roads. Yes, most of the ideas the governors of each state are implementing in their states, in their various states, I'm the one behind it. So why can't you put me in that particular position again and see if I will not perform better than the previous years? So I don't see any doubt in you guys choosing me as the president or for the next 4 sessions. In fact, I will perform even better than the way I performed before. And I also have greater visions. Yes. So I don't want you guys to underestimate me because due to recent performance in the previous terms, I can perform better than you guys think. Because I don't think there's any other person contesting again like me that can even perform as.
Pause. I need somebody to. There's an arrogance. Yes, explain quickly. No. Shebi, you don't do public speaking now. Just sit down. Please.
I don't do public speaking, but I know about.
Don't worry. All right. Go.
Are you sure this thing is working? Because I can't stress my voice. Please. I have a meeting very soon, and
good evening.
So I just want you to know we are working. We are doing a lot of things behind the scenes. In the next, if you see the caricature of our business in the empowerment of confidence, we can understand.
Alright. So you're invited to the UN to speak on climate change and the green economy. Climate change and the green economy. You're invited to the UN. Now nobody wants to do. If it's politics, you see your teeth. The two of you. can go to your seat. All right. So don't forget to engage President Kerry. He's going to tell the story.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Divine Favor Akombi, and I've been privileged to speak on the topic climate change. I know most of us, we don't really know what the term climate means, right? So, climate is all about the weather, is all about how our surroundings react to us. Is it the rain, is it the sun, is it the grasses, different things with the environment. But now, let's now bring climate change. There has been a series of things going on in our weather that we know that it's not benefits to us, like it's not benefitable to us. So many things that occur in our climate, maybe it's the hurricanes, the hail, is it the storms that occur. We know that those things are not normal, and it's as a result of different activities that are going on, is it at the company level or the industries or even in our homes. We all contribute to this climate change. We cause this climate change, we cause all these things that actually go on in our environment. You cook, maybe you use kerosene or you use wood to cook. It affects the ozone layer. There's something we refer to as the ozone layer. It's like, how will I put it? Like a covering around the Earth's surface. Like the Earth is having this outer layer, this outer cover, like a wrapper around the Earth. So every gas, every poisonous gas, every gas that reacts with the atmosphere actually goes up to that wrapper and starts tearing it, starts causing openings in it, which affects the nature of our weather. We can see that before time, the weather now you see that rainy seasons are much more longer. Dry seasons are overlapping when rainy season is meant to start. Like now, this year, January, we're looking at Harmattan is not coming. What is going on? Everywhere was still hot. But then, all this is as a result of climate change. Thank you for listening to me.
All right, thank you so much. So he has done a lot of. He has explained most of it, most of the part of it. And there is something called the Antarctica. Antarctica is a continent. It's also a continent like Africa, right? 70% of the world's water in Earth is stored in Antarctica. Every decisions you make melt the Antarctica. It's like an ice. It's a continent. So the way you are walking on this Earth is just ice. And everything you do, every decision you make, every wood you burn, every trees you cut down directly affects the dissolution of these cubes. Now, flood is the only physical, one of the major physical things we can see as a result.
Continue. Come, give it to him. Pick it from when you start.
30,000 individuals die yearly due to 30,000 individuals die annually because of climate change. I was in Lekki last week and I was not opportune to meet a tree in the environment where I stayed. This is because we are felling trees in our environment for us to build places where we would stay. How many of us know David Attenborough? David Attenborough. You can't hear me. But David Attenborough. Do you know David Attenborough? Okay. You know him. Thank you. In his lifetime, he lived for nature. I mean, he's still living. He's still living for nature, although he has retired. But he mentioned that men are the smallest living creatures on earth compared to every other animals, but we are the ones depleting the ozone layer more. We are the ones spoiling the earth more. We met animals on earth, we met water, we met aquatic animals, we met a lot more
kind of animals that I will not mention, obviously. But we are the ones killing them, while these animals serve as feed to us. Brothers, I am here today to tell you about how much of damage we have done to this earth already, and how we can help this damage to stop at this point and improve ourselves, improve our lives, improve the life of other creatures by doing right of the environment. Thank you.
One thing about you people in this room, most of you are scams. I don't lie. This guy was sleeping actually. He was literally dozing, and that's why I called him. And he delivered it like he was listening from the very beginning. Don't believe him. This guy, see, two people should not believe this guy and that guy. Bloody scams. All right, please come forward. Sorry. Why Nigeria didn't qualify for the World Cup?
That's no idea. No idea.
Why do you reply? Sorry, you can't pick your topic. I give it to you. Why Nigeria did not qualify for the World Cup?
Okay, good day everyone. I believe everyone is a fan of football, right? Most of people are fan of football. Okay, football is a sport that is common and prominent in everywhere, right? Can't dispute that. Now, if you look at Nigeria's situation as at hand, we focus mainly on the part that is usually entertaining and what the world is usually focusing on, but we don't actually look at what we are dealing with here. Now, what am I saying in the sense that look at football in Nigeria? We have trained marvelous players that are very talented, and they've represented us outside Africa. And if you look at this World Cup as at now, first of all, we actually tried in the World Cup, and we did not qualify for the African soft sharp.
If you're head of house for one day. No, the one outside. Go.
That's the specific of which end was.
Of this house.
Okay, this house.
Don't worry, he has gone. Talk, say your mind. Say your mind. You are free now. Speak.
Why are you guys laughing? Hey, identify yourself.
Head of house for one day. You are doing operation. Head of house for one day.
Okay. I hope everyone is alive.
This guy will kill you guys, man. Please. One more person. Head of house for one day. You. Yeah. Head of house. Head of house for one day.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you're all doing fine. That's very good. So basically, as the head of house for a day, I would ensure that I stick to the rules and ensure that they all follow it to the core, regardless of how they feel, because they are present here for a purpose, and that purpose must be fulfilled. So I would work on that.
That's all.
Give your knowledge of us, my friend.
Please let's put our hands together for Mr. Femi Ray. If I jam with people outside this house, and if you people are not able to speak to me confidently, we're going to have a problem. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Are we active?
Active.
Are we active?
Active.
Are you good to go?
Good to go, good to go, good to go.
Everybody say thank you, Mr. Femi.
Thank you, Mr. Femi.
Let's put our hands together for him one more time. Alright, so very quickly we're going to be having one mentor join us virtually. Once upon a time, once upon a time, he what? Everybody stand up. It's funny, Abby. It's funny. Hold on. Once upon a time, he was part of the facilitators on ground. He was. He was and he still is very much a part of the Stellar Academy. Mr. Isaiah Obadari. Please let's put our hands together for him. So he's going to be talking to us briefly. Please pay attention.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very awesome. Please have your seat. Please have your seat. Unfortunately, I'm not up in the event. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to see you guys doing amazing stuff. I've seen a lot of you guys imitating certain characters, and I'm just laughing. It's very interesting, awesome guys. I like the guy that did the climate change thing. Amazing guys, well met guys. I just gonna speak to you guys briefly. First off, my name is Isaiah Obadari. I'm a product manager. I work for a company called Bootcamp. And yeah, amongst all of that, I do a lot of things. I'm also a talent manager as well. And I do a lot of things. I do a lot of things, right? A lot of businesses as well. Yeah, first of all, I'm going to say to you guys to be more common by accident. Right? The fact that you're in this room right now, it's not by accident. Right? There's a generation of men that have been distracted with a lot of noise and slow like violence and expectations and whatnot. Right? You know, a lot of young boys are doing crazy stuff out there. You know, there are young men like that, right? It's fighting as bandits. I've really listened to some of the videos on TikTok. See how young some of those boys are. Right? But you are here. You are choosing, you are present here, you are seated here, right? And that means you're doing something right, right? You're doing something right. It's because you also understand where you're headed in life, you also understand your purpose. You know where what go out with you at time. Right? Life is going to evolve over time. Life is going to evolve. I usually see this that because you have no uncle, no grandfather, no father, no anybody to help you, there's no way you make it in life. Your ascension will come, right? You come from places you never expected, you come from people you never expected that will help you, right? Just stick to whatever it is that you're doing, commit to it, commit to excellence. Your ascension will come, your ascension will come, right? And you're in this room, right? You're in this room to get equipped, to get re-engineered, your mind getting re-engineered and whatnot, right? And I believe that there's something out there for you. There's something that this will do for you, right? I've seen a lot of boys come into BoyCode like without any form of confidence, without a sense of where they're headed in life, and walk out with the mindset, with the mind with direction, you know. And that transformation will not just happen because of probably the courses that you're going to be doing after the bootcamp, the data analytics course, the products design, management, and whatnot. So you didn't come because of that. It's because you decided that you're going to take your life seriously. Right? It's because you decided that you were going to transform your life. And what we're doing right now is just, this program we're doing right now is just putting pressure on you. It's just going to put pressure on you. The diamond has always been inside you. Right? Yeah, so I'm glad that you guys are here. And I also believe that the next generation of work-changing companies will come from America, not come from America actually, will come from Africa. Right? I think that some of them will come from this continent, come from Africa. You can already see a lot of men doing strides in the world, like the likes of Jimmy Abola and whatnot. You know, a lot of solid men. You see a lot of mentors that will come speak to you. These are men that are so deceived, that have done amazing stuff, dared to dream, right? And have done great things. And I believe that also the next generation of people that are going to create big things will come from this room, right there where you are seated. Right? But that's if you decide that you're going to build something and not just be a consumer, right? You decide that today you take charge of your life, not tomorrow. You're going to be there, right? To take charge of your life. So I'm not trying to inspire you, just make you feel good about yourself, but I'm just trying to give you perspective, right? What you're going to do with this moment that you're in, right? Speaking to see something that people, places, and moments, right? He talks about that a lot. I'm sure that when the session's going to happen, you're going to hear him say all of these things. He's just going to give you perspective into how your life should look like. Yeah, so I believe that whatever you're going to do with this period that you're in that house, and for the period of the bootcamp, that would like to be something that you believe in yourself, that you believe about yourself, that you can become, that you can do, right? So I want you to believe that it is not far-fetched. That dream that is in your heart, it is not far-fetched. You can achieve it, you can become it, right? You believe that you are here to do something that will outlast this room, that will outlast this city that you don't Lagos, that will outlast the country, Nigeria. Then you will do everything that you are doing right now, you do it differently. Right? To decide for yourself, who you are going to become from now henceforth. Right? Because at the end of the day, right, BoyCode Bootcamp 5.0 is going to end. Right? This week is already coming to an end. It's far coming to an end. The bootcamp will eventually come to an end. Right? But the thing that you decide to carry out of here, right, that you always think at the back of your heart, that it's in your heart already, that will not be the end. That will just be the beginning of your uprising, the beginning of your becoming. Right? So I want to urge you guys, as much as you can, commit to what you guys are learning right there. Commit to mind engineering, and the sky is going to be your starting point. There's never going to be a limit. It's going to be your starting point. I wish you guys all the best. I wish I were there to be on the same room with you guys. But fortunately, I'm in the UK at the moment, so I'm able to join you guys. I wish you guys all the best. I hope that you enjoy your time in the house. Amazing stuff. Timmy, I good to see you.
Thank you.
My brother.
Thank you.
Well done to everybody, all the team members in the house. And with you guys especially. My heart is with you guys. Hope you guys are having a good time as well. Alright guys, thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Isaiah. Thank you so much. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Isaiah. Let's say thank you, Mr. Isaiah.
Thank you, Mr. Isaiah.
Thank you, Mr. Isaiah.
Thank you, Mr. Isaiah.
All right, thank you so much. Are you ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Are we active?
Active.
Are we active?
Active.
Are we good to go?
Good to go, good to go, good to go.
You are not active.
Are we good to go?
Good to go, good to go, good to go.
People are not ready. Are we active?
Active.
Are we active?
Active.
Are we ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Are we ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Or teaching us about presence and gravitas. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Who knows what gravitas is? Not exactly. Gravitas. Anybody?
Like the heaviness of the world.
Almost there. Any other person?
From the term gravity, I can actually like picture gravitance as a pull towards maybe your dreams, your goal, anything. A pull towards greater heights or something.
Not quite, but almost there. Your phone is with you. I also want to look up the meaning of gravitas. Very quickly, very quickly. Has anybody seen it? Has anybody found it? Everybody.
Gravitas is a formal noun that means extreme seriousness, dignity, or solemnity.
Is there any other definition? What are the synonyms?
Seriousness, dignity, solemnity.
Wait. Are you ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Let's stand up. Are we active?
Active.
Are we active?
Active.
So let's put our hands together as we welcome Mr. Gabriel Balogun. Let's put our hands together for him. Don't stop clapping until he gets here, please. Don't stop clapping until he gets here, please. Is that the best you can do? Very good. Now we'll do it again when he gets here. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for our next mentor?
Yes, sir.
Come on. Do you have another one? You know what? I'll get you a pen. Continue. I like it. I need it. Two. Wow. 4 times 8. Are we active? Active. Are we active? Active. 7 times 5. 35. Times 4. 140. 140. Are we active? Active. Are we active? Active. 9 times 5. 45. Times 3. Eh? 155. Are we active? Active. Let's sit down. Are you ready for our next mentor? Yes, sir. And the money. Please, those of you that keep leaving money on the floor, I need you to continue before you leave. Is that clear? Yes, sir. Is that clear? Yes, sir. Are you ready for our next mentor? Yes, sir. Are you sure? Yes, sir. Are you sure? Yes, sir. Are we active? Active. Are we active? Active. Let's stand up. Oh, I see.
It's good to see you again. How you doing?
Very, very fast. Let's put our hands together for Mr. Gabriel Balogun. Mr. Gabriel came in the rain just because of you guys. Thank you, sir. Are we ready to learn? Yes, sir. Are we ready to learn? Yes, sir. Are we active? Are we active? Are we active?
Oh, I need to use a mic.
Yes, for the people joining us virtually.
Virtually, okay. But they can't see me. They can, okay. You're there, eh? Oh, okay. So you should see it pop up as an email. Help me with this. Let me. We've done this since between the weather and
about to start. Just let me press. Yes. What do you mean?
okay. While they try to get my slides up and working, let me say that it's an absolute pleasure to be here. Can I sit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that your own? Okay. How many minutes do I have? 40 minutes. Okay. So let's see the magic that we can do in 40 minutes. The reason why, who can tell me the reason why you're here? Okay? No, sit, don't worry, just sit and talk.
And initially I thought we need to like get another set of skills.
Okay.
But with this, what I'm happening, they want us to come better all around.
All around, Abi.
Not just public speaking, not just financial aspect, not just translation, but all around. And what they are trying to do is give value so that so they can give it back in a better way by you being better.
Okay.
So that's why it's different.
It's different. How many of you agree with what he's saying? Pretty much everybody. Interesting. Okay. This is like my 5th year doing this, I think, or my 4th year. I couldn't do it last year because I was not feeling fine. In between, I was either not feeling fine or I was not in the country. But for the last 4 years, this is one program that I've intentionally put in my schedule because of the significance of the program. You are not here by chance. Okay? Click on slideshow. Fantabulous. You are not here by chance. You are here because you are supposed to be here. So if there's anybody here that still feels like, I don't think this is the place I should be, try as much as possible to take that thought off your mind. You are in the best place possible. I can see some familiar faces that are actually not among you but are working. And I remember the first time they also sat here like you guys. And that's pretty much the reason for why we're having my session today. Usually, my session is always around grooming and personal presentation. But for some reason, my scope was expanded today. So I should come and talk beyond what I normally talk about. Don't worry, so let me just press it myself. You can put it here. Thank you very much. A round of applause for Radia. So in the next couple of minutes, I will attempt to shape your thinking around what personal development really is, what it really means to be a man, and how you can become the kind of man people can trust. So if you care to take notes, a man is defined by three things. A man is defined by three things. One is a sense of responsibility. A man is a man because he has a very high sense of responsibility. All right? Another characteristics that define a man is his ability to protect. So a man is a protector. And the third one is a bit controversial, really. But if we go by history, a man is also a provider. And these are the three things that really define you as a man. Your ability to provide for those that you are responsible for. In fact, it starts with you knowing those that you are responsible for. Be responsible for yourself and for the people around you. Then it follows up with your ability to protect the people that you are responsible for. And then it tops it with your ability to provide for the people that you are responsible for. And the reason why this is important is because culture has a way of shaping and changing the narratives around the man-child. You are not a man because you have a penis. You're not a man because your voice is deep. It's good, those are biological features, and every man or every male species has that. A goat has a penis. Does that make the goat a man? So what makes you a man is that sense of responsibility, protection, and provision. Are we aligned?
Yes, sir.
Good. My name is Gabriel Balogun. Pretty much, my name is Gabriel actually, but Nigerians, they've changed it to Gabriel, so let's take it that way. My name is Gabriel Balogun. Everyone calls me GB, which are like the first two letters of my name. And the work that I do is a very special work. The work I do is to help people perform better at work and in life. So I spent the last 12, 13 years developing people of all kinds, men, women, young, old, pretty much setting them on the path of moving from their potential to performing at their best self. Right? How many of us know Money Point? Pretty much everybody. So at this stage of my life, I'm privileged to work at Money Point as one of the global heads of learning and development. And I'm going to try and share a couple of the things that have allowed me get to that position. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Please, I want you to imagine yourself as a glass of water. You cannot learn anything new if you're already full. So everything you think you know about being a man today, this is what I want you to do. I want you to empty yourself into a different container. Keep that container aside, take in new information, and by the end of the day, compare what you know before and what I've taught you, and decide which one should remain and which one should go. Deal? Yeah. Let me start by saying that it's not who you are that limits you, it's who you think you are not. Who wants to tell me what the key word here is? Where's the key word? Where's the key word? If it's limits, raise your hand. Raise your hand now. Why are you afraid? If it's limits, raise your hand. Good. If it's think, raise your hand. Okay, the think guys have it. The key word here is think, not limits. It's okay to celebrate. Nobody should make you feel less of yourself. Alright? And in my class, there's no right or wrong answer. There are only better answers. Okay? So don't be afraid to say what you think the answer might be. I like to use this every time I teach personal development because people assume that the reason why they are where they are is because of their environment and their reality. But the truth is you are where you are today because of your thought process. The way you think about yourself. You know that you can be in the same school with, let's assume if you are in the same school with the son of a politician, that they don't take light in their house. He has a maid that takes care of him all the time. Somebody that irons his clothes, somebody that takes him to the toilet, somebody that brings his food to him in bed. You know, if both of you are in school and you are discussing how terrible Nigeria is, that's not his reality. He will never think that Nigeria is bad. Because of what he has been brought up not to think that way. So the limitations you are having in life today is tied to how you think about yourself. If you think that you are not worthy, then you are not worthy. No matter the work they do with you, no matter the environment they put you in, it's just like a pig. You know, if you take a pig out of the mud and you put it in clean water and you leave it for a while, that clean water will become dirty. Because that's what it knows itself as. The story you see on the screen is the picture of two different creatures. Who knows what the creature down there is called? Lovely. Who knows what this is called? How many of you know? I think many of us will know because we just came out of, how many of us elementary science? They used to call it elementary science. What do you call it now? Basic science. Oh God. God, we don't want you though. They taught us the concept of metamorphosis, right? And what did they say metamorphosis is? The life cycle, the change, and all of those things. Beautiful. Every butterfly started as a caterpillar, but not every caterpillar becomes a butterfly. And the difference between a caterpillar that becomes a butterfly and the caterpillar that does not become a butterfly is how that caterpillar sees itself when it's a caterpillar. Because to become a butterfly, the caterpillar has to separate itself, go and hang itself on a tree, and cover itself with, I can't remember what it's called, with like a canopy. And then has to do the work of breaking out of that canopy as a butterfly. So if the caterpillar never sees itself as a butterfly, it will become a butterfly, Abi? Do we agree with that? Yes, so it means if you don't see yourself as successful, you will not be successful. No matter the opportunities they give you, you will squander it. How many of us know this guy? What's his name? Beautiful. This guy was the first person. Many of us know the iPhone. How many of us know the iPod? We know the iPod. Good. This guy felt that it was very wrong for you to want to listen to music and you walk around with countless CDs and a Walkman. Did any of us meet? Do we know what a Walkman is or a disc player is? That's music. Okay. And he felt it was very wrong that you want to listen to music. You would walk around with a disc player and have to carry a bunch of CDs because you want to listen to different artists. So what he decided to do was, how can we have a tool where we can put multiple songs in it and it will still be as light as a feather in your pocket? And that's how the iPod was born. And when he was going to sell it, he called it 1,000 music or 1,000 songs in your pocket. Now, without the iPod, there would never have been the iPhone. And when he created the iPod, it was like, we can create a phone where we can connect radio signals to it and people can make calls with it without ever having to have keypads on it. And then BlackBerry and Nokia were dominating the market. And it was like full screen phones will never sell. But he did what? He thought different. And eventually created $1 billion company. Are we together? Yes, so the biggest work you have to do as a man is to think different. Because what? As a man thinks, so is what? So is he. You are the sum total of all the decisions you have made in your life. If you are 18 years, 19 years, 16 years, 20 years, the reality of your life today is the sum total of the decisions you have made. And you can only make quality decisions if you think different. So what's the difference? Now that we've defined what a man is, what's the difference between a boy and a man? Who wants to try? Okay? What's the difference between a boy and a man?
A boy is a young version of a male, still growing.
Okay.
Trying to be something. While a man is someone that is older, much more experienced, and already attained the level of growth, development, and experience.
Okay, that's a good biological answer. Yes. You see what? Okay. Well, that's a good way to put it. But even as a man, my wife is still taking care of me. I'm still being taken care of. Right, but that's a very good attempt. Yes. Sit. No worry, just sit.
A man will not be a boy give a
Okay, final one.
A man sees a situation and see what's wrong with him and decides to become better to or for a better situation, but the boy sees the wrong thing and still decides to do it.
Okay. I wish I could take more, but thank you guys. Clap for yourself. So we're all there. We're all within the neighborhood of the answer. A good way to define them is that a boy does what he feels like. That's who a boy is. So it doesn't matter, and you will notice that these definitions are not by age. You don't become a man because you are 18 years. You don't become a man because you are 30 years. There are people that are 40 years that are still boys. Because the life that you are living in is a one that demands you to think different from every other person around you. So you need to rearrange and realign your life to align with the thoughts that will help you get the desired results that you want. So if you are here and you are still doing what you feel like, whatever you feel like is what you do. Mommy and daddy tells you to do the right thing, you say no. Now what I want to do, I will do. They send you to school, read your books, no. Now what I want to do, I will do. You're not a man. because you have chosen not to take responsibility for your life. The first step to becoming a man that people can trust is that you take responsibility for what? Your life. Everybody say, I am the CEO of my life.
I am the CEO of my life.
Say it again, I am the CEO of my life.
I am the CEO of my life.
You are responsible 100% for your life. A man, on the other hand, does what needs to be done, whether he feels like doing it or not. So you see, the difference is not in age. The difference is in what? How they think. Did somebody say exposure? Okay. Is in what? How they think. One thinks that I don't need to follow anybody. I will do, I like to teach that through freedom, how do I say this now? Through freedom is a life with boundaries. True freedom is a life with boundaries. If you don't have boundaries in your life, you are not truly free. You are caged. You are caged by your feelings. You are caged by your appetites. You are caged by your emotions. And people who are truly free and not disciplined cannot succeed. Your future is built by the ordinary things that you do daily. I don't think success is a mystery. Success is not a mystery. It's not mysterious. The most successful people in this world do ordinary things daily extraordinarily. That's what they do. They do the ordinary things extraordinarily, and they do it every single day. Every single day. So I'm going to teach us 8 concepts. I think my time is running, but I'm going to teach us 8 concepts. And my hope is that even if it's just one of those things you run with for the next 30 days, you will see a change in your life. Your friends will be wondering and saying you are different. Are you ready? Can we go?
Yes, sir.
All right. The first concept is you do not rise to your ambitions. You fall to your habits. Person wey wan lose weight, no dey chop every day, or maybe no dey chop 3 times a day. Why should put it that way? Even though that's a joke anyway, you can lose weight and still eat 3 times a day. But you get the point I'm trying to make. You do not rise to your ambition. You can set the biggest goals in the world. If you do not have systems that allow you to stay grounded and disciplined towards those goals, you will never achieve it. I like to say that routines will reduce your bad decisions. Things as simple as waking up to pray. Things like as simple as studying. Things as simple as taking 1 hour to read every day will shape your life. I, for one, I have a very, very weird routine. So a typical day for me, I wake up by, it doesn't matter when I sleep, by 5:30. Between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, my body wakes predominantly. So I'm up. As soon as I wake up, I go to my office. I have an home office. I go to my office and I bring out my phone and learn. I'm pretty much, and when I say learn, I'm not doing a Udemy course. I mean learn by just reading articles, reading blog posts, being on YouTube, catching up on things. And I learn new things about life. Again, my YouTube feed, because of the things I watch, the algorithm has decided that this guy, that this kind of thing you like, now him I go to bring come for you. And I do that because by 6 a.m. I have to pray. So instead of just waking up and staring into the sky, I take advantage of that time and I pray. Between 6 to 6:30, I pray with my church. And then between 6:35 to maybe 7:10, I pray by myself. So pretty much from 5 to 6 I learn, from 6 to 7 I pray. My office opens by 8:30. So between 7 and 8:30, I'm already working even before the day begins. I literally work from that 7 o'clock or 7:30 till about 5. I don't go to the office. I work from home, I work remotely. So I work from my home office. But I am seated in my office chair doing my office work. I have a PlayStation downstairs. I have Netflix, I have Prime, I have access to multiple movies. I have access. But I know that between 8 to 5 is work. Nobody needs to tell me. I don't need anybody to remind me to show up. Because what? I am responsible. So as something as simple as having that routine of knowing I am at work, even my wife knows that if he's at work, he's at work. It's a case of, Coco, do you have 5 minutes? I want to talk to you. Yes. We talk, and she goes back. I work. Between 5 to 6, I sort of try and get what to eat. 6 to 8, I spend time with my wife. And the day repeats itself. And on special days like this where I have to step out of the house, I step out of the house, come and do work, and I return back to my house. I don't party, I don't do nightclub. I tell people I'm the worst person you can take to a club, I go to sleep. The point I'm trying to make is that ordinary routine done consistently has brought me to where I am today. Your habits will shape your life. If you don't fix your habits, or I know the thing with habits is that, how many of us remember physics and the definition of energy? What's the definition of energy? It's the ability to work, Abi.
Yes, sir.
And they teach us that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it can be done what? Transformed. Beautiful. That is what your habits are like. Your habits cannot be destroyed. So you need to replace bad habits with good habits. If you spend every day of your life playing games, you cannot be successful. You must demarcate your life, because everybody has the same 24 hours, which brings me to the second concept. Energy is more important than time. And the reason why is that you cannot manage or control time. You see, anyone that tells you that you can manage your time is deceiving you. Do you know why? Everybody has the same 24 hours. No matter how much you manage it, it is still 24 hours. Abi? It's different from other things that if they give both of sense, you don't manage time, you manage your energy. Have you ever, hold the mic, have you ever sat down for 3 hours, maybe you had 3 hours free time, you sat down for 3 hours, you did absolutely nothing, and you still felt tired? Several times, have you?
Yes, sir.
Do you know why you feel tired? Because you've wasted your energy, not wasted your time. And the best way to manage your energy, or in quotes, the best way to manage your time, in quotes, is to manage what? Your energy. And let me make it easy for you. Think of your energy as batteries. We all know what batteries are, Abi?
Yes, sir.
So think of your energy as batteries. You have three types of batteries in your life. The first battery you have is your physical battery. And you manage that battery by sleeping well, by exercising, and by eating good food. The second battery you have is your mental battery. And you manage that well by focusing. Many of us are here, but our minds are not here. So you are wasting your mental battery. You are in an opportunity that can change your life, but you are thinking about Sandra that you left in your house. Focus, learn, and start thinking different. That's how you manage your mental battery. Every principle I'm teaching you today are principles you can use to what? Become the man that people can trust. If I trust that your physical abilities and your physical batteries are in the right shape, and I trust that your mental batteries are solid, I can trust you with opportunities because I know you are taking care of yourself. The third battery is your emotional battery. And you manage that battery by managing the things that stress you, by selecting your relationships, and by building your confidence. If you manage these three batteries well, 24 hours will be enough. You will do a lot in 24 hours. This week alone, I the things that I've done this week is, I remember I was telling my wife that the final week of June is going to be in fact, last 2 weeks, by this time I was launching my first leadership program for my company that I've been planning for 2 years. So we did it Thursday and Friday. Thank you. And now, this week, Monday I had to be out of the house. Tuesday I spent a large chunk of it at the hospital with somebody. Wednesday I did trainings and 2 presentations at the office. Today I've done another training in the morning and I'm here doing another training this evening. And I don't feel exhausted because I slept well. I ate good food. And I take exercises. I don't go to I might look like I go to the gym, but I've not been to the gym in 5 years, guys. I just walk. I mean, you can see from my pot belly, so you know I don't look like, right? I just walk. I walk around my estate. Right? I manage my mental batteries. I am focused. I just told you I spent the first hour of my waking up learning. That's why I know the things I know. You think somebody opened my head, I just dumped it in me? No! Right? So concept 3, people see you before they hear you. And I think this is like the biggest concept that you must not forget. People always see you before they hear you. You know, I like to tell the story of a soldier in mufti and a soldier in uniform. You know, if a soldier comes in here and is wearing mufti, and as he just comes in, he just jacks me up. most of you will stand up to defend me, Abi.
Yes, sir.
Because you'll be like, who be this one? What's it worry you? But if that same soldier comes with his full regalia, gun, knife, everything, and he jack me, everybody here will jack back. Is he not the same person? But what changed? The way he looks, appearance. So perhaps people are not listening to you because you don't look like somebody they should listen to. And it is the way you look, your appearance is the first and easiest way to start getting noticed and recommended for things. Just show up decent, show up clean. You can show up clean and not say anything, and people will still honor you and respect you than someone that showed up looking worse and that is the loudest person in the room. There's a reason why the most significant people in life dress well. Your pastor dresses well. Your imam dresses well. Even your babalawo self get dress code. Every successful person has a uniform. What is your uniform? And I'm not asking you to wear suits. I'm not asking you to wear kaftan every day. I'm asking you to pick a certain type of appearance and look like it every day for a period of time. So much so that people begin to associate that look with you. How many people that they see me without glasses, they're like, is this how you really look? I didn't recognize you without your glasses. I've been wearing glasses for the last, since 2010. So that's like how many years? For the last 16 years. And they are not recommended glasses. They're just pretty much glasses that help me to avoid dust from entering my eyes, because I used to itch my eyes. So it's a protective mechanism for me not to scratch my eyes. But it has become my style. I have a couple of them. If I'm going to wear glasses, at least I should wear it well, Abi. For the longest of times, I used to, possibly even till now, you can hardly find me without a face, something on my head. Hardly. I'm always wearing one type of cap or the other. But there's one thing that is non-negotiable. It is very rare to see me and not see me dress well. Because it's the easiest thing to do. It's the easiest thing to do. Friends describe me with three things. There's a new one now. They say GB is very, what's this word? It's not disciplined. GB is very put together. GB dresses well, and GB speaks well. There are things that people see. So by the time I open my mouth to speak, I have bought attention already. You know, attention is a currency. That's why you pay for it. It's called pay attention, Abi. So attention is money. And you buy it in excess when you appear like you have your act together. So that when you begin to speak, people will pay attention to you because you are already commanding it. And this is what many fraudsters know. They will buff up, they will look good. You will not know that they are bad people. That's how, the mind can be tricked. The mind is malleable. There is a psychological concept called the halo effect, where every human being associates people that look good, that they associate beauty with intelligence. So if people assume that you look good, they will think you are smart effortlessly. That's why beautiful people have opportunities. If you have time, you can check. There's a research that shows that beautiful people have an higher chance of getting a job after an interview than people that do not look beautiful. Call it whatever you want to call it, packaging. All those things are necessary. Do you understand this concept? Yes, every man signals three things when they look good. And the way you can, just the way you can manage your energy, this is how you can manage your appearance. You start first with grooming. It begins with grooming. A good appearance does not begin with fine clothes or fine jeans or fine sneakers. Not be by New Balance or Nike. It begins with grooming. Do you look clean? Is your hair well shaved? Is your beard well shaved? Do you shave all the places that have hair in your body? Because when you take care of yourself, you smell nice. Smelling is such a big deal. You cannot afford not to smell well. If you cannot smell well, at least smell normal. Don't smell bad. And one of the things I teach in my grooming classes, they don't teach this to men, and I like to teach it every time I have an opportunity to teach. Please, every time you use the restroom, clean up like a woman. Don't just urinate, dangle your stuff and walk out. No, wash. And how you know it's not a woman thing is that our Muslim brothers do that. So do you think they do it because it is tradition or it is religion? No. It's because they understand that that's how to be clean after you have eased yourself. Our ladies are trained that after they use if they wake up in the morning, they wash their undies. You keep your own for 7 days. Sometimes you wear it 3 times. You wear it in front, turn it inside out. Wait, I be boy now. We don't do it before. That's why when they pass you, it be like a wheel when they pass. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
So when you use the restroom, go in with a tissue, clean yourself. Use tissue to damp yourself, or use water to wash. That's why you notice that, it's very rare to meet a girl that smells bad. It's very rare. Okay, maybe not at your level, sorry. You guys are still quite young. But at my level, it's very rare to meet a woman that smells bad at my level. It's an anomaly. But it's very common to meet men at my level that smell bad. And we associate it as, na man I be. No! You can be different. Say I can be different.
I can be different.
That's why we are learning, teaching you how to think different. If you can afford it, save money to buy more boxers so that you don't wear one 5 times. At least, at the very least, if you can afford it, have 7. So that by the time the last one reach Sunday, you go down wash the remaining 6 for Saturday. At the very least. They give you small pocket money. How much be boxers? You buy 1, 2K, be 3K. Buy. And keep buying, and keep buying, and keep buying, and keep buying. I had things in school that many of my roommate thought I was a gay when I was in school. Why? I had a basket for my undies. It just didn't make sense to him. But I was privileged to be the only guy in a family of like 4 girls. So they don't use and train me. Wash your boxers when you wake up, when you use the restroom. Put all your undies inside a basket. Arrange your hair cream, body lotion, everything. You see arrange on it. I still do it till today. That's what we mean by habits. It's not ambitions, it's habits. The next way to manage your appearance is dressing. Now, many people jump here without doing grooming first. So they'll come wear fine cloth on top dirty body. And please, as a man, I would encourage you to have your bath at least twice a day. Please. By the very nature of our body, I think that we sweat more than women. I'm not sure. But at least have your bath twice a day. With soap. You can use sponge in the morning. You can use soap in the evening. But have your bath. There is nothing as beautiful as a fine man. I can tell you for free. The doors and the opportunities. The opportunities he opens for you, fam. man to man, I dey tell you, effortless. That babe wey wan check, don't worry, fine. Just fine. Everywhere was soft. So dress well, wear the right clothes, make sure that they fit you. If you are very brief and down to earth, they say it's very wrong to say people are short. So if you are very brief and down to earth, don't wear oversized. It makes you look smaller. If you are short, ensure that your trouser doesn't sweep the ground, because it makes you look like a baby in daddy clothing. So ensure that your trouser stops on your ankle, so that they see that, okay, this guy is not really, you know, we all have that secondary school teacher that is always wearing oversized. That short man with pot, I don't know how they, it's like they hire that type of man in every school. He's short, he has pot belly, he can float very well. He's always wearing his shirts, like here they reach. His trouser is very long. Every time you see that man, doesn't he look short? Because he's wearing oversized. So wear the things that fit you. Slim clothes are for slim people. You cannot be fat and be wearing tight jeans. Why are you wearing pencil jeans when you are fat? That's why it's called slim fitted. It was made for slim people. Don't wear clothes and when you see that the buttons are struggling to stand, they're like, they're trying to survive. So choose to wear what will fit you. Alright?
Yes, sir.
And look presentable. And the final thing, the way you manage your appearance is presence. Listen. Many of us have been listening, so that's good. Listen. Posture. Don't stand and bend. Stand with your chest open. Because by default, when you bend, you already look like someone who is about to torobara. You already look like someone that is about to beg. So stand with your chest high. Nobody will beat your chest. Don't worry. Stand straight. Sit straight. Don't sit down on the chair and this is how you are sitting down. You be young boy. Sit and sit well. Your posture must be good. There are people that when they show up in front of you without saying a word, because of the way they stand, the way they look, you're already like, Omo, this person will cost, this person will see you, right? And then your attitude is also, people can see your attitude though. So it's also something that is feasible. People can see your attitude. So work on your attitude. Concept 4, so I'm going to rush from here. Keep your word. If you say you will do it, do it. If you say you will do it, do it. If you cannot do it, say I cannot do it. If there's any disease you will fight, it is the disease of people pleasing. Don't be in the business of trying to please people, because people cannot be satisfied. Now, I am not saying that you cannot go the extra mile for people. You can, but it should be on your own terms. Alright? But don't do the things you do not want to do because you just want to. I'm afraid I don't want them to see me that I'm not a good person. That's why I did it. That's what people do and enter prison. So do not say what you will not do, right? And only say what you will do. And if you say you will do it, do it. I'm very tempted to say that amongst yourself, in the last few days you have been together, there are certain people here now, if they tell you things, you know if you believe them. Because they've not been faithful to even the other ones that they've told you. Don't be that person. You will lose opportunities faster. Very fast. Because then people can't trust you. Concept 5. Be on time. Lateness is a disrespect. Because of how busy my day was, I told Precious that I'm not even sure that I can make the 2 p.m. That I was most likely going to try and make 3. But I remembered my own rule that says you should not be late to any. I was punctuality prefect in school. So you see that the things that have made me successful, now from small you don't follow me. Many of the things I've told you, I did them when I was young and I'm still doing them now. Lateness is disrespect. If nobody has told you before, I'm telling you now. Lateness is disrespect. If you are supposed to be downstairs by 8 a.m., be downstairs by 7:45. There's always a reward for coming early. You see that way they talk, say the patient dog eats the fattest bone. Now hungry go kill that dog. Go. Be early enough. When you are early, you have the best things. If you go for an event and you are early, you sit in front. There's always a low-key blessing for being early. There was an event I went for last month, and they gave us a time, and because I was at work, I couldn't make the time, and I got there, I think 30 or 40 minutes late. At the end of the event, the person that came early got a gift. I just the vex. Say, see my gift where they go give another person. And there are truly moments where you can never be on time because of the things around you. The best thing to do then is to communicate. Sorry, this traffic what they see, I don't show yourself before you reach your side on time. Communicate. Don't get there and start apologizing. Are you together?
Yes, sir.
So if you are ever going to be late because of things that are out of your control, you do what? You communicate. And if it's within your control, get there on time. Concept 6, finish what you start. Finish what you start. And this is very similar to do what you say. Finish what you start. Don't start something and stop it, and start something and stop it, and start something and stop it, and say, and because I'm the star boy, I get plenty gifts. If you're going to be successful, you need to be known for one thing first, not for multiple things. You need to be known for one thing first. I've been known for one thing my entire life. Maybe not my entire life. I've been known for looking good for my entire life. But in my life, maybe not my entire life. I've been known for looking good for my entire life. But in my world, I've been known for learning, training, talent, development for the last 13 years because that's all I have done. Intentionally. That's why my experience is different from people that have done multiple things. And that's why I can occupy the position I'm occupying today. Of course, apart from God's mercy and grace and all of those beautiful things, hard work also got me there. It's like you are sick and you go to the hospital and they say you need to do surgery. Maybe your teeth, let's use the one everybody knows. And you need to remove your teeth. Who would you allow to remove your teeth? A dentist or a general doctor? A dentist. Because that's all the dentist has been doing every day for the last 20 years. So be known for one thing. If you're a designer, explore every kind of design. Graphic, product, web. Just be so good at designing. Because when the opportunities for, we need a designer that understands design end to end. And they speak to people and speak to you, they say this guy is different. Because this guy has been doing it for a while. I believe that there is not one thing you will do for the rest of your life. I know. But pace yourself. Say for the next 10 years, for the next 5 years, I want to be good at this thing. So much so that if anybody is looking for anybody that can do this thing, my name will pop up. And then only when you have reached there, should you explore something else. It's like a tree. When a tree is growing, does the tree grow in different directions? No. It grows up first and becomes strong. Abi? And then it branches out. That's why trees last forever. Because they don't grow in multiple directions at once. Concept 7, I really love this one. Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Always tell the truth, or at least shut up. Don't say anything. In America, there's a law called the Fifth. When they capture people, in fact, criminals are taught to always say, I plead the Fifth in court. Because what it does is that it absolves you from saying anything. You see that statement that says what you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. It's not a sweet thing to say. It's a law across the world. Many people have implicated themselves by lying to try to cover up for something that they did not even do. So, say the truth, or at least don't lie. Just be mute. And if there's a punishment for being mute, collect the punishment. Because nobody can hold you. They'll say you did not say anything. You know, nobody can hold you if you don't say anything. They cannot say this person said this. Do not tell lies. People will not trust you. People will not give you opportunities. And there are various ways people lie. You can lie with your behavior. You can lie by not showing up. You can lie by actually telling the lie. And you see these bad things, they are brothers and sisters. They're like twins. Person will lie with thief. It's not just a proverb, it's reality. Someone that lies will steal at some point. And the annoying thing with lying is that you have to lie to cover up the lie. And people have lied so much that they don't even know that they are lying again. Do you have that person around you where you say, "Now Lamba Lord"? You just know, say, every time he opens his mouth to talk, "Now Lamba." And the person doesn't even know because he has done it so much. Can you recommend that person for anything in this world? No, you can't. You can't. No matter how much pity you feel for the person, you cannot. That is why you should not lie. Because when you tell the first lie, you have to tell the second lie. You have to tell the third lie. So the wisdom is just tell the truth. And you know the thing with the truth is, you can say it, it will cost you in that moment, but you have peace of mind. Last, now beats that will beat you. Last, you chop the punishment and it ends there. I think this is the final one. Control your emotions. And I kept this last because men are taught not to have emotions. But it's funny because emotions is a human thing. Having emotions is not a man thing or a woman thing. Every human being has emotions. I think that's the first deliverance we need to have as men. Every human being has emotions. And do you know why you have emotions? Emotions are like chemical reaction. Are literally so when you express an emotion, your body is reacting to chemical reactions in it. You see, there's a reason why they asked you to learn physics, chemistry, and biology for you to be in science, and why it is necessary for you to know physics, chemistry, and biology to study medicine. It's because your body operates with those three principles. There's your body's biology, definitely. But there's chemistry in your body and there's physics in your body. Do you know that the very fact that you can stand and walk and not fall down is gravitational force happening? Gravity is allowing you to stay grounded. That's why when you go to space and there's no gravity, what happens? You float. That's physics. Your brain works with chemical reactions. And those chemical reactions are expressed as emotions. Quick example to show you that no emotion is predefined. People think that every emotion you feel, there's an emotion called anger. There's an emotion called joy. It's a lie. Emotion is emotion. You define what kind of emotion you want to express. Quick example. If you sit down here and your friend comes and give you sakpa from behind, and you turn and you seize your friend, you no go vex, abi? You will react like, who be that? But when you say, guy, wetin worry, why go slap me like that? Abi? But if somebody you don't know gives you the same sakpa, what will you do? You go turn, get calm. It's the same emotion. It's the same emotion. You just defined it differently. Does this make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
It's the same action, but different reaction because of how you defined the emotion you felt when that action happened to you. So if you understand this, you understand that it's okay to cry when you need to cry because your body needs to let it out. It's okay to feel angry, but you can say, in my anger I will not misbehave. It's okay to be upset, but what you do after you feel that emotion is what defines you as a man, because that's where responsibility comes in. So that's why you meet some people, you offend them from now till tomorrow, they go just look you. And there are some, you've not even offended them, they don't push it. Am I helping us today?
Yes, sir.
So control your emotions, you can control it. Don't say, nah, this my boss, I don't vex, my body go ready shake. You go ready shake. That's not who you are. You can control it. Alright? So this is the assignment I want to leave us with. Choose one of these 8 things that I've shared with you and commit to doing it for 30 days. If it is tell the truth always, just say for the next 30 days and not be lie. If it's your emotions, say for the next 30 days, I will control my emotions. I will be angry, but I will not misbehave. No matter how angry I am, I will not shout. If it is there are many, just pick one. If it's your energy you want to start managing, if it is your appearance, if I may, I will encourage everybody first to start with appearance first. But if you have already gotten your appearance, then you can start with any of the other 7. So let me end with this. The goal is not to be perfect. That's not the goal. The goal is not to be a Superman, because nobody is a Superman. Even the Superman a cartoon will be. It's not a real person. In fact, the cartoons tell you that Superman is what? An alien. So it's not man. Abi? So it tells you that they cannot be a Superman, because the person that is a Superman is a wolf, is a Kryptonian, is an alien. So the goal is not to be a Superman. The goal is not to be a macho man. The goal is to become the kind of man people can, I don't shoot for there, but take it like that. The goal is to become the kind of man that people can trust with bigger responsibility. In case you want to take, not than say this man who sabi speak English. I mean, as guys, you not go understand, but everything is what? Appearance. You should not see it on YouTube now. Say, I see this bros. You go shoot. The goal is to become the kind of man people can trust with bigger responsibilities. And we can only trust you with bigger responsibilities if you have been faithful with the smaller responsibilities. So if we say make your bed every day, you've made your bed every day for 30 days, then we can trust you to start taking care of the kitchen. And if you take care of the kitchen well enough, we can trust you to take care of the house. And if you take care of the house well enough, we can trust you with the car keys. And if you take care of the car keys well enough, we can send you out of the country for education. And if you do that well enough, we can tell you to take over daddy's business. And that's how you grow successfully. Every small, remember when I started, successful people do ordinary things every day extraordinarily. And on this note, I want to say thank you everybody for listening. It's been an absolute pleasure. Tell me, can I take questions? Okay.
3 questions.
Okay, so, oh boy. So I saw this guy's hand at the back first. the guy in yellow, and then I'll just allow you pick the other two for me. At least they will verse. Now you don't verse with, they don't verse with me. No, you can sit. Maybe they need the mic, Abi, to talk. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. So my question is divided into two parts. I'll be very quick about it. First of all, personality traits, I'm more like sanguine, so I always smile critically, and it's sometimes people can people misinterpret it, right, as if I'm not serious. Yeah, so that's one. So I want to know anything like that. Yeah. And secondly, you spoke on the issue of focus. So for example, now in our world today, right, let's say I choose to pursue a particular field. I say people should know me for one thing. Inside that one thing, there's kind of complicated segments that also has some level of mastery. So I'm saying focusing on one. For example, football now, there are not much complications in it. For example, my chosen field, robotics, combines different parts, right? So there is software. So I'm a polymath. Yeah. So in that kind of scenario, it's kind of it's confusing. Thank you so much.
Okay. The answer to the first question is, if you're a sanguine and you're somebody that smiles a lot, someone that is playful, you are the life of the party. What you have to do is to also observe moods and observe environments. I don't believe that you are one thing. Everybody has the 4 temperaments. One is just dominant. And the one that is dominant is the one that you fed all your life. How many of you will believe that by default, how many of you know this personality traits thing, sanguine and all of these things? If you know what, how many of you will believe that I am actually melancholic? But the nature of my work has made me sanguine. That's why I tell you, say, if you carry me go club, I will sleep. Because it's not my vibe. So when I'm doing my vibe, I come out as a sanguine. But when I'm by myself, I am by myself, right? So you can manage it by observing the environment. If you're in an environment where you don't need to be the life of the party, don't be the life of the party, right? But also don't be that guy that is moody. That every time they see your face, add. People will run from you. So when you have a smiley face and a personable appearance, people want to do stuff with you because they think you're an happy person. Everybody wants to be around an happy person. But when people are serious, be serious too. Make sense? The second one is robotics. Robotics is the field. Everything you need to learn to be a good robotic engineer, learn it. That's what I mean. Do you understand? I'm not just saying that in that robotics, just focus on software engineer. No. The goal is robotics, Abi. So everything you need to learn about robotics, mechanical engineering, software, hardware, all of those things, learn it because the goal is robotics. The goal is not mechanical engineering. It's just a pathway to get to the goal. Make sense? 2 more people. Okay.
Good day, everyone. My name is Abiodun. So my question is, when you were talking about the mental batteries, you mentioned focus and thinking. So I'm just asking for an advice. What can I do if 2 are clashing? For example, focus and thinking. So one simple example that used to happen to me every time is this. Maybe you ask a question, you ask it to a crowd. Whether I'm the one that answer it, whether I'm not the one that answer it, I will think about it. The answer. Well, if you ask me 10 minutes later, I will have a better answer to it. But it is clashing because I'm supposed to be focusing on what you are saying, but I'm thinking. So, what advice can you give? And it happens almost every time.
All right. So that's a very intelligent question. Try not to see them as 2 different things. Think of it this way. You know, you cannot just only think with your brain. You can think with your hands. There's a concept called thinking on paper. So usually my best ideas are not conceptualized in my head. My best ideas are conceptualized in a paper. So if I'm thinking about something, I think better when I'm writing it out. Does that make sense? So, if you are in an opportunity like this that is timed, that you don't have control over the pace of the program, most of the time what you should do is focus and take notes. Because those notes are the things you will now think about afterwards. Does that make sense? And with time, you can speed up your reaction. If you have the ability to answer questions is not necessarily in the ability, is not in the speed of your thoughts about that question in the moment. It's how much content you already have in you. So if you know something well enough and a question about it pops up, you answer it. Like many of us will know, but if I say Messi, Ronaldo, who good pass, I will get a chorus answer. Because people are brooding about it every day. People are reading about it every day. So if you still have to brood to answer a question, you don't have sufficient knowledge about it yet. And it's okay, you don't need to beat yourself up. It just shows that you are growing. That's why you must focus, so that when you get the answer and the person says this is the answer, you have something new. So you take note of it. And then in your moment, you now think about it. And say, okay, this thing this guy said is it true? Let me check YouTube. Let me check Google. And pretty much half of the things that I've said, you need to go back to study. Because I have taught you, you need to teach yourself again. So I've taught you, tell the truth and don't lie. It's time for you to go to YouTube. Don't watch Messi and Ronaldo. Ask what's the best way to always say the truth. How can I always communicate the truth without lying? And you will see results and you will learn better. Make sense? Yes, final question.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
This voice of Akombi Manuel. So, I actually appreciate what Mr. Tosin is doing with Money Point and what you are also doing. I saw on LinkedIn that you graduated from Futa.
Yes, I graduated from Futa.
Yeah, I'm also a Futarian.
Oh, nice.
So, this shows that you can actually do great things from a small place.
Yes.
So, I want to ask a question. Because we know the education system in Nigeria, and Mr. Tosin mentioned something a few months ago about the issue of global talent and all. So I want to know, how did you get here?
How did I get here?
Yeah, because I know it's not. It was not the. I also have another question.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, concerning internship.
Okay.
Because I know this Money Point does some trainings.
Yeah.
But it's also mostly focused on ladies.
Yes. Because we have plenty men. They come in. Yeah, but what's the question about that? Are there opportunities?
Yes, because I've tried applying for some and I've not got them.
So if you are in technology, we have a technology program called Dream Devs. It runs once a year, and it's for people that have graduated from the university, from computer science, mechanical engineering, basically any engineering course. But you must have sufficient experience in software engineering to apply. So it's not just that you finished with computer science. Have you written codes before? Have you built stuff? What's your stack? That's what Dream Devs is about. So it's an internship program that runs for, I think, 6 to 8 months. I facilitate some of the sessions there also. So that's one internship program. Another internship program is the one you mentioned, the Women in Tech. And that's pretty much just for women. But beyond those two internship programs, the company has grown to the point where we actually do not take interns in as full-time because of the complexity of the work. That's why we do the Dream Devs program and the Women in Tech program, to equip people so that when they are retained in the organization, they are not starting from scratch. They already know the foundational codes, they understand the culture of the company, and then they come into the company and just hit the ground running. To the second question of how I got to where I am, especially with Money Point, it's simple, and it's what I shared with you. I left school about 13 years ago, 12 years ago, I can't remember. Let me put it this way. I left school in 2015. Yeah. And I did my service. And in my service year, I set a 5-year goal. And the 5-year goal was to be in charge of training for a small company. That was my 5-year goal. I set goals in 5 years personally, because sometimes we underestimate what we can achieve in 1 year or in 10 years and overestimate what we can achieve in 1 year. See, let me tell you for free, it's not a course. Based on the background, the environment, and the education system that we have in Nigeria, you cannot be a millionaire in 1 year, except you do money ritual. There is a seed, time, and harvest process. You sow the seed, Abi, remember now, when you plant, you sow the seed, you give it time to grow, Abi, before it harvests, Abi. You cannot harvest yam in 6 weeks. You harvest yam in 1-2 years, but you can harvest maize in 8 weeks. Yes or yes? Yes. So in your life, you need to be able to define what is the seed of maize that I'm sowing now that I can achieve in the short term, but what is my long-term goal that I still need to work towards. So I set a 5-year goal. I'm telling you how I got there. And I said I wanted to be in charge of training and development for a small company. I can tell you for free that I stayed at home very well after my service year. If I had 2 stints of staying at home for 8 months, and I think for 10 months, because there were no jobs, specifically the type of jobs that I wanted to do. So I got my first job. Luckily for me, I'd started training when I was in my final year, so I had like a 1-year experience. And then I started training my colleagues how to write CV, how to dress for job interview, how to answer interview questions. I will read on Google and come and teach them. Sometimes I will come with the printed sheet safe and be teaching. I was training myself because that's the career I wanted to do. And I went for my service and I continued for it. By the time I was getting my first job, after waiting at home for a while, I finally saw someone who is a corporate trainer who trains organization. And I was his intern. But I had 2 years experience already, so it was easy for him to pick me than any other person that showed up for the interview, because he didn't need to train me that much. I already understood the basics. I was living, for those of us that live in Lagos, I was living in Ikotu, Jakonde Estate, Ikotu. My office was in Aja. My first salary was 40K. So you need to understand the thinking different I've been talking about. Any other person would have rejected it because the 40K was my transport fare. But this was a job, this was a man doing what I wanted to do with my life. So it was an opportunity to learn from him. And I stayed with him for 6 months and I left. But that experience with him opened the door for the second job, because by the time I was going to apply for the second job, because it's a small industry, the second person just called him and said, this person is your reference. So he called him and said, do you know this boy? Say, hire him. If you don't hire him, don't call me again. That's how I got my second job. And by the time they were going to hire me for the third job, the person called the person that was my second boss. And the person was like, if you don't hire him. So I got my first 3 jobs on referrals, because I served the first person well, and served the second person well, and served the third person well. By the time I was done with the third job, I applied to join UTIVA. Who know UTIVA here? They are going to sleep small. You know UTIVA? Okay, so UTIVA is a school that teaches people how to gain technology skills that they can use in the workplace. And I joined UTIVA as an academy director. So I became, by my 2016, 5 years from 2016 is what? So by 2021, I had achieved my 5-year goal, even though it didn't start as I wanted it to start. By 2021, I was in charge of education of a small company. That was UTIVA. And then after a while, I think I took some break, and I set another 5 goals by the end of that year, that I wanted to be doing the same thing for a bigger company. By 2022, an opportunity at Money Point opened up. Someone I'd worked with in my very first job was a recruiter, and just called and said, you announced on LinkedIn that you were taking a break, you are resigned from UTIVA. Are you available for a job? I said, sure. And then I went for the interview, and I was one of the I joined Money Point when Money Point was not Money Point. So I was one of the few people that was interviewed by Tosi himself. And when I was being interviewed by Tosi, the simple question he asked me was, what have you done? You know what I did? I told him, can I share my screen? He said yes. I opened my screen and I showed him the learning management system, the learning portal that Utiva was using. I built it. I didn't know how to write a single line of code, but I knew how to use no-code tools. So I used no-code tools to build a platform that 10,000 people were using to learn. And so when I shared my screen with him, and he saw it, when I shared my screen with him and he saw it, the interview ended. Because that's proof of work. But imagine I did not start how I started. So that's how I got into Money Point. And I've been there 4 years. And I joined as a regular senior associate, as an associate, at the lowest level. And I've grown over the years. Right? So, everything I've taught you is doing ordinary things extra. What your hand finds to do it well. Because it becomes proof for the next job you want. Make sense? Yes, sir. I think that'll be all.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for coming to spend time with us. It's always a pleasure seeing you around with the boys. And on behalf of the entire faculty at the Stellar Academy,
thank you.
And the boys of BoyCode 5.0, we just want to say thank you. Everybody, let's say thank you, GB.
Thank you, GB. Thank you guys for listening also. Have a good day.
One last thing.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
So on behalf of we, the boys of BoyCode Bootcamp 5.0, we really want to say a very big thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Are we supposed to take picture? Let me stand. Who's holding it with me? Okay. Thank you very much. Can I? Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right, please put hands together for GB one more time.
All right, thank you very much.
So one last thing, sir.
Okay.
We need you to help us do a video.
A video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Where do I
stand? Yeah.
I stand in the middle.
Yes.
Okay. What do we do in the video? Okay.
Say BoyCode Africa.
Okay.
Already?
Yes, sir.
Are we active?
Active.
Are we active?
Active. Okay. BoyCode Africa. BoyCode Africa. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. BoyCode Africa. Thank you. Round of applause. So big smiles, everybody. Let me see your teeth. Say Mushi. 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 BoyCode Africa. Active. Active. One more. Active. Thank you very much.
Where? Upstairs? Can I leave this here?
No, go on, we'll take it.
Okay. Let's see again.
Are we active?
Active.
Are we active?
Active.
Are we active?
Active.
One. Two volunteers.